Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? This is Torp checking in with my good homie Casper, and
Hello.
we are here to bring you guys what I'm expecting is gonna be one of the greatest matches in Mario Kart Wii, it maybe in past couple of years. Am I crazy? I feel like
No, definitely.
this is a big one, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think out of all the matches, this one's definitely gonna be one of the best ones to watch, and it's gonna be a pretty interesting final as XI isn't really in the finals this time. Usually they are, but we get to see some new teams pop up in the finals, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Team IG has been kind of on the cusp for a while, you could say. I think everyone, I mean, looking at these wonderful graphics that Astro made, you could see that they've got some hitters, Emil, Jake Ornan, and I think their fourth for today is Kevin, who's done well. Like they are a team that they've been on the cusp of breaking through, but there's been a couple, really big roadblocks in their path to like a D1 championship, which is usually Team Lazarus and whatever team Frozen's on, which this season happens to be KT. Usually is JX. KT also not looking insanely dominant, but they are the one seed going into the match. Um, this D1 was actually crazy. When we see the standings pop up in a sec, you'll see what I mean. The top four was so close. We had a great storyline with Lover's Posture coming into D1 after winning their qualifier match, and they had a positive record and they missed out by 1 point. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
mean it was
crazy how different it
insane.
would have been.
It was insanely close throughout the season, and it looked like they were gonna get into playoffs, but yeah, unfortunately they kind of just lost towards the end of the season. But whether or not like they didn't even make it a playoffs, I think they still did pretty well throughout the season.
Yeah, got to give them some credit. We were just talking about how most of the time when a new team enters D1, you got to go like 1 or 2 seasons just kind of getting your ass beat, like going like 2-8, maybe 3-7, and they showed up. So they'll probably be back in future seasons, I hope, because
Oh
it's
yeah,
definitely good to have more teams competing for that, those playoff spots. Because variety is not always really common in this league, right? There's kind of been like a two-team dynasty going on, and IG is really the first team trying to break the mold here. So it'd be really exciting if they were able to win.
yeah,
I
definitely
think the
pretty
last
exciting.
time, sorry, go on.
Oh no, you're good. I mean, yeah, it's pretty exciting to see that like teams like that show up. And it's kind of rare that we see like new teams pull up in D1. And I think in
Yeah.
general,
And I think the last time there was really like an upset in terms of like the team that won D1 was like when Heaven won, probably like season 3. And that was a few years ago.
yeah, it's been a while since that
I think
happened.
I remember watching the finals in the car on the way to college my sophomore year, and now I've graduated and it's been like the same two teams that have won ever since. So if you want variety, if you want an underdog story, this is definitely the match for you because IG is here to prove a point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think we're almost ready to go. It's going to be a best of 3, so strap in for a good couple hours at least. KT has host advantage because they squeaked out the number 1 seed. Honestly, KT was looking like the Kansas City Chiefs of Mario Kart right now. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been following the NFL, you know what I'm talking about. They won. They won more than any other team, but like just barely. Like they were squeaking by week after week, just like clutching out like single digit wins left and right. So I don't know, maybe still some question marks about that team, to be honest. But either way, we're almost ready to go. We're gonna have one POV from either team. I'm pretty sure we have Frozen streaming for KT, and we got a Mill P on Team Ignite, which is a POV that I think most people don't get to watch very often, which is pretty interesting. He's definitely a community favorite for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely excited to see that.
hmm I mean, all these guys are pretty well liked, I would say, on this team. Ornan's kind of like that. How do I describe Ornan in a way that does justice?
I think
He's
he
like
got that
a
dog in him. I
he
think
got that dog in him, but he's also got like a little like he has like a really intelligent like monkey in his brain. You know what I mean? It's still a monkey, but it's like super smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the guy pulling the strings.
And they
He's
should
got the
go
monkey in him, and
RBC.
he's got the dog in him, and that's kind of how he operates.
You'll get Widus, don't worry. It's impossible not to get info.
So Frozen's got call on stream. I'm sure we'll maybe eventually be able to hear some tidbits of how the race is going based on that, but hopefully it's not too crazy.
That's RBC.
I'm just gonna do whatever.
All right, let's go. Let's lock in.
Let's
Race
go,
1.
baby.
Who's gonna start the war off on a good note here? Look at a Millipede with that daisy texture.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
This guy's custom.
Yeah, Jake swerved. I'm pushing Jake. Yep. Jake's one. I'm drafting.
Not really drafts. Any drafts coming in. It looks like Jake's in first. Ornan did draft up, or he's golden up.
Yeah, early golden for Ornan. IG already kind of in a situation where they could hold this down and get a big advantage. I think Jake just chained a shroom there, or maybe just spammed one. But either way, doesn't look like there's any big prospects for KT unless Pix is able to do some damage now.
Oh, Jake got fibbed there. It's pretty crucial.
Yeah. Being in first so important on this track, as it is for really most tracks in the game. And the amount of work you have to do to get into first is so difficult sometimes, but once you're there, usually the game plan is pretty straightforward. You kind of just, you know, back items to slow down the other team, maybe try to hit them, let your teammate know what you're doing, and then just kind of don't get hit. So that's Ornan's job right now, holding down the fort, trying to, you know, create a winning situation for his team.
Yeah, especially on a track like this, where the first 40 seconds definitely do matter the most. And especially since they were... Oh, there's a back from Ornan. That was really good, actually. Now they're going to control top 2, which is definitely important. And then there's a POW coming in play. But I think Emil will be safe, regardless.
Yeah, the Daisy stats definitely helping out a little bit. I think in this position, I want to see Emil P get really aggressive and just kind of litter backspams across the entire track, which I think isn't really... I don't really think that's his play style. I think he usually kind of plays his own game and tries to just go fast, but I would like to see him kind of balance that with also, you know, trying to make plays and hit the other team a lot. We'll see. Frozen's going to get up into the front, create a little bit of redemption here for his team, but Ornan is just so far ahead. Like you said, that beginning matters so much that he's just still up there with no blues.
Yeah, and that POW was actually pretty good for IG just because it slowed Frozen down with the golden. Couldn't really maximize his golden, but
yeah,
he's going to be in a tight spot.
Oh!
And it looks like Emil got hit too. But
yeah, it kind of worked because I was expecting Frozen to maybe be able to weave in between those as we've seen him do all the time before.
yeah, now
234 for KT. Baggers are so close. I don't think anyone has shock yet. I think that these spots might kind of stay the way that they are.
Yeah, I think so too. Looks like Ornan's gonna get first, unless the shock happens.
He has to make sure he doesn't mega his teammate on accident. Oh, watch out.
Oh,
there's a bomb at the last second.
Oh, to get hit picks at the line.
Yeah, he just lost to everybody off that. So IG probably maybe barely won the race, but I mean, that was pretty much, I don't know, that was a pretty regular RBC race aside from the lack of a shock.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like a
Gotta
pretty
say-
mixed race in general, though. I mean, IG was up there for the most part, and then towards the end, it looked like KT was gonna get like 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, a lot of hustle there. One of the things that I think separates these players from people who are similar to them in skill is just the ability to keep a spot and drive fast without getting hit. It sounds simple, but like it is maybe the hardest skill in this game to like navigate a track like that with so many blind turns without hitting anything and also trying to go fast. And I don't know, Frozen did hit a Nana, but he made up for it and kept his spot. That's something that I think will determine who has control over the front, which kind of determines who wins the war in a way.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
It's all about the little things, you know? They add up.
Yeah, even that bomb at the end from IG, it was pretty good play. Not sure who threw it, but getting picks out of that like 4th place spot is still pretty good because it does matter with the track pick in general.
Yeah, and those are the kinds of things that like maybe it's like a 4-point swing now, but like a few more of those, and like that, that completely changes the situation once you get to the end of the war, and like the difference between being like tied and up like 14 points or whatever is huge.
Yeah, definitely adds up towards the end too, especially with like pens in general. We definitely see a lot of those throughout the season.
Yeah, hoping to see a clean match. Obviously, no pens, no resets or anything.
Mhm. Looks
We
like
probably
Orna's
just
gonna go
jinxed it.
for
I don't know.
Bill.
I'm ready.
Oh, does get it.
I'm getting ready out.
Be
Jake's
pretty
item
good.
list. Kevin.
Frozen
getting
trades
down.
1-for-1, probably fine because I think KT was first. So that's kind of the way it goes, is that if your team is in like a winning spot, you kind of would rather have everybody get hit and just kind of spread the pack out. Because when the pack is tight, it's a lot harder to hold those top spots.
Yeah, definitely. And now KT's or Frozen's trying to get a star here so he can try to hit Emil, try to force him into Bill.
Yeah, Frozen kind of the opposite of the Emil playstyle, where like Emil will love to like play for himself, like establish a good seat, and just kind of like secure the bag. But Frozen is always trying to like shake things up, ruin the guy's race next to him, do something unpredictable. So it's very interesting to see the duality of those two guys.
Yeah, and the Bill here is pretty good since he used it in 6, which is gonna take him pretty far in general. When you like are in a higher spot, the Bill will take you like more further than you actually want it to be. And so now, oh, that back was really good. It's gonna help IG out here.
Yeah, sneaky. I think they're 2-3. A blue here would do numbers for them. Right now it's Zach holding it down. I'd say a player who's a little bit newer to like the top of D1, like finals, compared to some other people, but I mean he's proven his worth lately. That's a nice nana from Mill. Didn't hit him, but forced him to lose a lot of time. He's gonna get into first now.
Yeah, really good play. And the red's actually pretty good, so now Zach can't snipe Emil if he did have an item. So now he's gonna
Yeah.
be a little bit more comfortable in first.
Mill with the custom music on deck too.
Yeah. He's
And
playing
yeah,
safe
you'll
right
see him.
now.
He's playing safe. Yeah, for sure. He could have made. Oh my gosh, maybe
Huge.
it wasn't the right call. He got sniped, but he's still holding first somehow. I don't know how. Is he gonna make a play here with his fib?
Oh,
Late shock. He's stuck
shock.
behind the car with his own
Oh,
me. He's
he's
getting
blued.
blued. And Ornan takes over first. Mike comes up at the end. There's picks.
Oh,
It's a mess.
it's a mess. It's a big mess.
Dude, poor Emil, man. He was stuck between the boost pedal and the car, and it was himself driving the car. It was him. Self-sabotage, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Ornan did predict that, and that was a KT shock towards the end.
Yeah, I think they shocked and threw blue so that it would hit him in time, and then Mike dodged all the way up, so late shock, and they salvaged a decent race. I think IG was in really good spots before that, though. I don't really know what happened to Zach, because it seemed like he fell out of the top spots. Maybe the turn with the two fibs messed him up somehow, but either way, another really even race. 1-4-6. That was like almost the exact same race again, I think.
Yeah, it looked pretty even again.
Yeah, I think we're just tied.
I don't
That's
think
crazy.
there's anything notable yet. I think it's been pretty even so far. Like there's no
Yeah.
teams, there's no team that like is controlling the top spot. I feel like it's kind of like a mix in general. It's either one or
Yeah.
the other.
There's like two ways a big race happens. It's either like your team just kind of dominates the front and the other team just can't catch up, or like you use a shock that just like completely wins you the race on its own. And neither of those things have happened yet, which is why it's so tight.
Even earlier, even though Emil did use the bill like lap tune, obviously you're trying to hold the bill towards the end or trying to help your bagger get the shock because you have bill. It's a higher probability of getting shocked with bill in play. But even then, he still used it in a good spot to get up there early.
Yeah.
So, and especially on a track like CM, which is like a front range track,
Yeah.
definitely helpful.
Now this is a bit of a curveball. I'm not gonna lie. Peach Beach is not a meta track, to say the least. Especially at this level, it's kind of one of the more dice rolly tracks for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a random track for sure. Don't see this really being strategically picked.
Yeah. One of my old teammates and one of your old teammates, Derek, would say that there's not a whole lot of outplay potential on this track. I don't know if you remember, he used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, there's nothing I do, like, yeah, there's no outplay potential. Here we have Emil trying to get up to the front. Looks like for the first time this war, the baggers are not directly next to each other, which means that we'll probably see a shock being pulled and used earlier than we saw last race. So it's hard to say which team is really going to profit off that. Emil is
the red
strangely going around.
and went for Frozen. With TC coming in from Emil.
Oh, that sucks.
That.
Orin has a dodge. They're fine, and they use it right away. That was so fast.
That was really smart.
And they double dodge in stars. I mean, those guys are both winning huge. Emil gets a bad pull, but KT is all in the back after that.
Does get some members of KT in the set though. It's gonna be an okay shock, I guess.
Yeah, they can maybe salvage. Frozen's itemless right now.
He's in star.
IG, I think, is top 3. Is that top 3-5?
Oh, it looks like bottom 3 for KT. Yeah.
Oh my god, that shock was huge. Just, I mean, that's
Wow.
what we were waiting for, was some shock like that to happen, and I think IG was holding those 2 stars probably for a while.
Fortunate biz, I pulled Fib in third there.
And with their bagger being in 10th, that's just, you know, recipe for a winning race.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Really
should've
good play
backed
from
there.
KT there. Like, just as soon as he gets the TC, just unpredictable shock. Like, just go right away. Like, that was their intention for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, when you get the TC pass, you, like, let it run all the way to the end so that you get, like, the stats, you know, like the off-road and whatever. And then, even so, like, when he uses the star, they might not call it right away. But just in case the other team was going to predict, they, you know, use it as quickly as possible. And we have a 60 alert coming up.
Pack, by the way. We need to split pack. That's what's wrong with
We have a legendary moment coming up. But I don't
Legendary
know.
moment. If
I
we're
don't
in
know if it's
60s
gonna
and D1 finals right now, that's going in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
He's gonna be laughing up a storm. He's gonna be like, "Wah ha ha." Oh, I don't know if we can actually let him have that much power. I'm not gonna lie. This might be a problem.
Yeah, probably don't for the best.
Someone needs to step in and do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Emil P, if you're watching the stream, if you're in first, just take it. Don't give it to him.
Please. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a 60. I don't remember the last time seeing a 60 in a D1 finals, to be fair.
It doesn't happen often, yeah.
It's
And
pretty
especially
rare.
not at this stage, yeah.
But it
But
could
it's
happen here.
GCWii. I mean, he's starting in first.
Yeah,
So
and they have a Daisy too, so I mean.
yeah, this is gonna be hype. Yeah, Emil's the Daisy, so like KT is probably gonna have to like dedicate a lot of their items and whatever to try to healing Emil and blocking the glitch, making sure that he doesn't get a free win. So that might open up the door for Ornan to hold on to first. Let's see. Looks like he's already out there. Frozen with the big bomb here. It bounces across and kills everybody, but Ornan's in first.
But
He megas into first through the chaos.
It's no good for Emil. He's gonna be up here.
Yeah, Emil's gonna have a free glitch too with nobody in front of him to block. As long as he doesn't like get redded in the next 2 seconds or trolled.
Oh,
And he makes it. That's 15 points in the bag for
Frozen-
Emil.
Frozen
The
makes
other
it too.
POV, Frozen
Frozen
makes
makes
it
it
with
too.
Funky Kong, which is a lot more impressive. Actually, it's so much harder on Funky
Definitely more
Kong.
impressive. No flame.
Yeah. No flame, but Daisy carries players. Anyway. Yeah, but Emil looking good. I mean,
Yeah, it looks like
Hack
it's
is
even
kind
right
of
now,
spread
but-
out with these guys both making glitch. I assume that maybe there were more people that tried it and failed in the back, so
Yeah, it looks like Scamp got a gold in their 10th, so no one
big
has a shot.
backspin from Emil, timed green,
Blue
and there's a
coming into
blue.
play. It's gonna get him before the glitch though.
Yeah, it'll be a little awkward. We'll see where he gets hit and if he decides to still go for it afterwards, because I think he's gonna have space, so he probably should. Oh,
misses
no.
the glitch.
He misses it. Frozen goes for Shroomless glitch. We saw in our other POV. He made it through the ceiling but didn't land up top, so he lost a lot of time from that, and he lost out on a front spot.
Yeah, getting hit there now. IG occupying 2-3 right now.
Yeah, Zach with a tough job here because he's got to deal with Jake, who's a very fast, very annoying player to deal with, even when he's behind you. And then he also has to try to make sure that Emil can't take glitch. Because if Emil does that, he just gets a free win. So
Yeah.
don't envy Zach's spot right now, but
From the
he's
bagging
kind of
battle,
saving KT's race.
Can't see who's in 10th right now. Scamp is in 10th right now. Could be a possibility that he has shock right now.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll use it to TS or if I guess it'll be blocked anyway.
It looks like he
there's a
has
nano on
it.
it. Yeah, Emil goes around.
Scamp has shock.
In the air. It's in the air.
Frozen is stuck
Eye
holding
up.
blue. He throws it now, though. That's kind of early. Is that going to stop? He's stopping on the ramp, but he's still first. I
Oh,
don't know what's going on. Did the blue hit already?
yeah, it already hit. Looks like Zach's gonna get first. Oh,
Oh, but
Emil
he got
with
cowed!
the trick. Oh, that's oh my
Oh, he
god,
might have
that's
lost first, just
insane.
barely.
Yeah, looks like Emil won that.
Yeah, and KT still got a bad race. They got at definitely bottom 2, and the shock
The guy
that
in
happened at
front
the end didn't really
beginning.
help them at all.
I guess they didn't really have a play with Shocky anyway. Like, I don't think they have
Yeah,
any
I mean,
sort of
Mike seemed like
dodges.
he was pretty far behind, and I don't know exactly what happened with Zach's blue play. Maybe it hit the guy in third who like went in front of them.
Yeah, I think
I
it
feel like it
hit
happened so
Jake.
fast.
It hit Jake at some point. I think
Yeah.
I saw from Emil's perspective that like it hit him like
Yeah, well, I
before
bomb
like
sniped the guy.
like the
How
stairs
is
at the
that a
end.
19-point GP from me? Like, did not feel like that at all. Felt like I was up there
Yeah,
every
Ornan
single
doesn't get
race
the
and
60,
died.
unfortunately, but IG is going to be in a great spot right now. I mean, that's like already like a 40-point lead maybe or something
Yeah,
after just one
pretty big.
GP.
I think you just spammed
I
this
gotta
guy.
say,
Like,
questionable on Frozen to go for
yeah,
Shroomless
it's very
glitch in
easy to
second.
bomb up. If you mega there, you're in first.
I think it's like worth an effort just because like if he makes it then he's gonna be gone at first. Especially since Emil failed it, so it's like it's kind of one of those risk and reward things. Like it's a huge reward if he makes it, but obviously if he misses it, then he loses
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
just felt like he was like the only front spot. It's also different because we know that Emil had just failed glitch in front of him, and I guess he didn't see that yet, so he was trying to stay close to him. Because if Emil makes
I
it,
agree, but like,
I mean, the only way they're gonna stop him is if you're close enough to do something about it. So
That is true, yeah.
maybe, but
That's just weird.
sometimes you go for it and it doesn't pan out, and that's
Okay.
the risk you take. So yeah, 42 points now. IG in the lead. KT with a chance though, reset track. They got time. They're used to making comebacks and clutching out matches anyway, so definitely
That is
far from
true.
over, but IG does seem like a team where if they just play consistently well, they might actually just be the best. There's not a single team that they haven't been able to beat yet, so seeing them with an early lead is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, even though Emil missed the boxer, which is pretty important, especially like on this track. Like Zach was able to get redded, so he's gonna be in first still because of that.
I read one.
Nice back from Frozen coming in. He does have a bomb though. I'm probably he's gonna go for like a last turn bomb.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to hit Kevin. Or oh, that's
Or
Nice.
distance.
I don't think that had the legs on it. I think he overestimated how far Funky Kong could throw right there. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, that was actually really scary. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the other team's bagger, but they almost got bumped off there.
Oh yeah.
And now this just sucks. TCs
That's
on
a
this track are
big
almost
TC.
impossible to avoid, especially right there. And that's gonna take Frozen out of the race for a while.
Yeah. But definitely catch up potential though. It's if he gets a golden, like he can definitely catch up.
Scamp going forwards in front of a mill. I mean, if he has a star, he wouldn't be in front of a mill, so he's definitely got something that he's holding on to.
Something
Probably.
valuable.
Do you think
Probably
he has
shock if
shock? It looks
anything.
like Snoopy's chaining boxes. Snoopy's probably trying to get a star to drop, I think,
Yeah.
is my guess. So that means that KT
Yeah.
has it. They're going to use it here, yeah. Mike picks way before boxes. I don't know what happened to
That's a
Zach.
pretty
Maybe he
early shock for
dodged...
sure.
Is Zach dodging a Mega or something?
No, I don't think anyone dodged except for Frozen. Emil
The
gets
blue
a
is going to get a mill, so he's out of there. He's going to get comboed too. Jake is comboed also,
Yep.
and he's gone. KT moving to top 3.
Yeah, pretty big for KT right now.
Frozen takes both boxes. I think Ornan's itemless unless he managed to get one on his screen. No, he pulled. Oh my god. He just barely got to the box.
Just go take. You can take anything. You can
Don't think it's gonna do much unless Ornan snipes him at the end, but most likely unlikely.
Wait.
And IG looks like they're getting a bad race.
Spam shock. Frozen's gonna get a spot or two off of this. He's gonna grow.
Beating them too, I think. Oh, I got 7th. Nice. Good
beats
shit,
Emil at
guys.
the
Good
end.
job. Let's fucking go. Good shit, Zach.
I think it was a good shock from KT though. I mean, it was kind of early, but it still gets him out of set, and then still able to dodge And getting the blue is really good, Chain. Even though it didn't seem
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
even though
mean,
getting the blue is not that like impressive, but I think it's still like pretty important since like IG was like occupying top spots.
yeah, just a couple of great items, and very well used. When you're in a situation where your team is kind of in the back, you want to chalk in a spot where you can combo people, right? You can very easily get someone into first, which is what they did, and triple reds on that straight away is just really, really helpful. I think they comboed a couple people. Zach might have even gotten a snipe out on Jake up there, or he backed him or something. And that was also a huge swing. So KT fighting back immediately with the top 3 of their own. Pretty much probably cutting the lead in half, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it was pretty big shock though from Scamp. That's
That
definitely
might have
what
been
KT needed.
maybe the second one they got. I think they got one at on CM right at the end.
Yeah, that's right. They did get it at the end.
And now they get DK Mountain, so a chance for them to snowball that winning race into another one. We'll see what they can do. This track is kind of the opposite of Peach Beach, I would say, in that like the amount of the amount of difficulty it takes to like overtake somebody or like win the race unless you're in a really good spot is kind of insane. Like this is maybe the hardest track to navigate while people are trying to hit you. So it's going to be interesting to see how well IG is able to catch up and kind of flip this race around, given that they're starting in bottom spots.
Yeah, definitely.
It-
And the pack is
oh
still
my god,
pretty
he's going
good.
for it. Oh. Oh.
Oh,
So for those of you who don't know why he did that, there's a glitch on this track that is really hard where you can jump through the fence and land at the bottom and skip a bunch of turns. And because he missed it, his team is now in a really bad spot with his teammates getting redded in front of him. KT is top 2, 4, 5. It's just Kevin by himself up here. Pretty much 1 against 4.
yeah, but Emil does have build though, so it's pretty good for IG because they can get shocked more easily since there's a higher chance of
Right,
shock
yeah,
as well.
yeah. The way the baggers work on this track is they both sit at that first set, and you can touch boxes, but in order to touch a box, you have to be a 9th, so your chances of pulling it are pretty low. And usually only the bagger whose team is like losing the race will risk it, because you kind of need shock to recover the race. And now that Emil has the bill, yeah, they do have a higher chance of
Definitely
pulling it.
Yeah.
But look at how bad of a spot they're in. I mean, KT is top 4. Emil's going to break it up and dodge, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, pretty
Interesting.
big. I think that was a good play. I mean, trying to get Emil up there. I mean, he kind of had to use the builder anyway because he was gonna fall
Yeah,
behind.
yeah. It's tough though because they're kind of putting all their eggs in one basket here, right? They could have dodged multiple players at the same time in cannon and had Emil keep his build, but instead they try to have Emil build all the way up. But I think he hit a Nana afterwards, and so now he's not in
Oh,
first, but they have a chance here. This
it's
is
pretty
this is
big. If he
scary
can
for
get a
both of
side red
them, to be
here,
honest.
if he can.
Wait,
Oh, but
Zach is going slow. What's going
Zach is
on?
going slow. Yeah.
Is he gonna try
Probably
to
a good
hit him or
play
is he
from
gonna
Zach.
keep it? Okay, there's a red. Now he's got to go tight. Oh, he's playing so safe. That red
Oh,
missed.
oh,
Wait, it got him.
it does connect though. Oh, the blue coming in. It's
There's a
probably gonna
blue.
hit
We
Emil at
see
the
it. I
line.
don't know if it's gonna get there.
No, it doesn't.
Kevin's getting bombed to the line.
Oh,
Nope. Ooh, we did not call.
What is
Picks
happening?
off.
It's just a rat race right now.
Yeah, we were all beating them now.
Oh, it looks like KT getting
KT
bottom
gets
3.
bottom 3.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I wonder if Pix called respawn? Because it looked like he might have jumped off voluntarily.
I don't think so. I don't think he called respawn. Like he jumped off like middle of bridge. He would have done. If he
Yeah, I
jumped
know.
off earlier, then he would
Yeah,
have called it. But he just, I don't know. Probably got bumped off or something.
he might have panicked. He might have panicked and called it when he didn't have to, because I think that shot kind of saved Kevin, right? Because he just got blown up right there.
It did, yeah. Kind of canceled the effect of the bomb.
Yeah. So the IG shock at the end of lap 2 actually worked out really well. I guess it's true that if you shock the other team on the bridge, they lose a lot more time than they would normally. So maybe that's why they did it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they also get themselves into last set, where if you get shrooms, you can just catch up all the way. So shot call ends up being pretty good in the end.
Yeah,
And it
definitely.
saves what was looking bad for IG.
From what it was looking like at the start of lap 3, it didn't look like IG was gonna get like a huge race just because like as Torp said earlier, they kind of put like their whole like faith into like Emil, pretty much just dodging with the bill, but it actually turned up to be pretty well like reading Zach at the end.
Yeah,
And like I
and
was
I
saying
guess
earlier
they
with
just
like
caught up
this,
enough to profit a lot.
yeah, and I was like saying earlier about the red, like you can throw a red from the top of like the hill there, and you can side red the guy, but it looked like Zach knew that he had a red, so he slowed down to prevent getting side redded. Or probably
Yeah,
just
it
trail.
was a really weird interaction, but I assume that's probably how it happened. And that's one thing that I think you'll find in Mario Kart Wii that is kind of missing from the other Mario Kart games is just the amount of like depth that you have in those 1v1s in the front with like trails and the way lag works and like the way red shells work. It's very, very dynamic. The different situations and drafting I think is really interesting too. So I'm hoping we get to see more of that because that's really where the heart and soul of the game is, I think, is those items in the front.
Yeah, and we see that now because earlier in the race, Emil sniped one of KT's members, and then with the double back there from Kevin, and looked pretty good. And keeping their top two, especially on a track like this, front running track is like pretty important. So well played from IG there, just like securing the top spots. Kevin taking cuts so Emil come back.
And once again, a pretty spread out pack, so gonna be hard for KT to catch up without shock. And they double block in front of the cut, and Frozen was unable to fit through that gap.
Yeah, actually, this part of the track is pretty important because usually there'd be a shock, but none of the teams did have shock, and it looked like Scamp fell off. So pretty good that IG was able to keep on having the top spots because there's no shock.
Yeah, middle ground. So, oh, Frozen's going for the bomb lineup. He's gonna throw it over the fence here. It's gonna bounce right in the
Oh,
middle,
yeah,
and it didn't
that,
hit anyone. That is so sad.
that is a good play. Even though it does seem like a good play, like it definitely is reactable depending on how someone throws the bomb there from experience.
Yeah, kind of a shame that it didn't work out though. I think that is
Yeah.
definitely the right. Yeah, it's definitely the right thing to go for. And I've seen situations where a team is top 2 and then they both get bombed out of top 2. Let's see. KT is all next to each other going into the cannon, so if they have it, they're going to be dodging.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think they dodged maybe 3, 4, and I think the guy in 5th didn't get in, but those top spots are maybe going to be up for grabs here.
Just gonna go
We'll
for this
see
lead
if
pile.
they're able to catch up. Here's a Mill barely hanging on to first with Pix right on his tail. Don't know what
Yeah.
Pix has though. He probably has a lower spot box.
Oh,
Although
maybe a blue
Mill's
coming in.
conceding,
He does
should be a
concede.
blue coming in unless he's, I don't know, just giving up for no reason, which doesn't make any sense. I still haven't seen a blue though.
Oh,
Wait,
there's
there it
blue
is.
coming in after
Wait,
the
Pix
ramp.
slowed down now. Zach's getting hit, or is he dodging it? He's
He's
dodging it.
dodging
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I think Emil just trailed Pix though. I think Pix hit his shell from the back.
I still rate that play. It's still good. You get one of the KT members out of top
It's
spot.
still 2-3.
regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah, pretty
unfortunate
good.
for Pix to get hit there, but it's a decent race for KT. I think they get a win on the board.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that was from forever back.
Yeah.
From what it looks like so far, I feel like IG's just kind of been up there more. Like it kind of looks like they've been like occupying top spots more. I mean, they've been playing pretty well at the front too, just like aggressively backing at the start, which secures their like frontal presence.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. If there was a stat that was like percentage in like first or like top 3, IG's definitely winning that right now.
Yeah.
But still far from over. I mean, we're only like just over halfway through.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but really important though, the shock is definitely the most. It's more valuable, especially during these type of wars and a higher diff perspective, just because like it can control the race like very effectively. So like if you have dodges, obviously you're able to dodge and get up there, but also like even like some tracks where you can like TS people from taking cuts, like tracks on GV, it's still pretty important that they have shock or having shock because it secures them like not a winning race, but more likely to have a winning race or not like damage control. So
Yeah.
it's definitely really important, especially during these matches that we'll see.
And even though it is kind of sometimes a coin flip as to like which team pulls shock, like there is so much skill behind like being able to like decide when the right time to use the shock is, because it's so hard to have a good call that benefits like, your entire team and hurts the other team. Especially on like tracks like this where there's like a big shortcut and like if you get shocked, obviously you can't take it. But there's just so many factors going on, and that's something that most of these players are very, very good at, which just comes from a lot of experience and like really interesting, understanding of how the game works. Oh, and Emil taking a chance on the cut, surrounded by bodies, and he goes down early. So KT
Yeah, super slag. There's one guy up here.
already maybe like top
Hang
4-ish.
tight last turn, okay?
Emil does get Bill and spams it. Just good play from him. But yeah, KT top spots looks like they're top 4 right now, occupying and scamping last, so it's pretty bad for IG right now.
So what's probably gonna happen is KT is gonna split up their people, and they're gonna try to probably have like 1 or 2 people take Ultra and then block the cut and just kind of force somebody on the other team to unblock it, or maybe even go around. Let's see what they each do.
Yeah,
Looks like
definitely.
Frozen's lining up for Ultra. No, he doesn't. He tried to block
Try to
it, and they're leaving
block the
cut open
alignment,
for
yeah.
Mike.
The cut is
Interesting. I
gonna
don't
be
know why
open though.
Frozen wouldn't just take free Ultra by himself, but maybe he didn't feel confident.
Oh, yeah, KT shot coming in play, looking like Scamp can get another one because it's close and neck and neck with bagging, but it looks like KT's in last though.
I mean, yeah, there's just IG's just so far behind. Look at all them bunched up back here. While the top 3 on KT is so far ahead.
Yeah.
This is one of those classic BC3 packs where like it's kind of hard to tell who's in first.
Yeah, find out who's in first challenge.
Yeah.
You see that a lot.
Especially with the baggers there, like now they're just spread all the way across.
Yeah.
I think if you're IG, you're kind of just playing for like 4, 5, 6, or maybe third. I don't know.
Yeah. KT's gonna prioritize blocking the cut, but it looks like they don't because I think they have shock. And
I mean, why block it when you can just take it, right? And then they use the same shock they did in the previous lap just to make it so that the other team can't take it. And Mill's gonna wait to grow, and now he's in 4th, and that's pretty much all he's able to do. We'll see where the last KT member is, though. I haven't seen Zach in a little bit.
looks like he's probably 8th.
Yeah, I think he's in that like cluster of people back there, maybe. So
Doesn't look like he's 5th or 6th.
Oh yeah, no, he's just not there. Is he? I don't know. Either way, top three for KT. I mean, just everything went well. Lap 1, Emil again took a big gamble. Kind of been a theme we've seen a lot. If he makes cut there, right, he'll have 2 shrooms in like 2nd, and he'll be able to like contest the entire race. And if he has to, he'll go for Ultra or whatever. But because he missed it, he was the only person on the team who was really had a shot to get up there.
Yeah, definitely. And making that cut lap 1 seemed like the turning point of the race because since Emil didn't make the cut, KT was occupying top spots. And how, like I was saying earlier, having that shock, like even though they didn't dodge, like they were still able to prevent the other team from taking cut, which is pretty good because it gives them more of a lead.
It's also interesting because in that kind of a race, like if the other team gets shocked, they can kind of salvage it by doing the opposite, where you make it so that the team in front of you can't like block the cut and they also can't take it, and then by the time your team gets to the cut, you've resized and then you can take it afterwards. And that's kind of just how she goes on PC3.
That's pretty much how it goes for sure.
Should I do that? No, I should do that.
But yeah, somehow it's staying pretty close. Even though we've had a lot of big races back and forth, it's very much within reach for KT, especially if they can chain a couple good races together. Starting top 3 on Moonview.
Yeah,
sometimes
big, pick here.
Sometimes on this track it feels absolutely impossible to break into the top spots, and sometimes it feels impossible to hold the top spots. It's kind of weird. Like if your team, if your team gets like 1 like golden in like 7th at the start, then you can just get someone into 1st and like everything's fine. But if like nothing like really lucky happens, you can just kind of be stuck in the back. Let's see. I don't know where 2 of the KT members went. It's just Mike up there.
Yeah, I don't know what Frozen did at the start. Looks like Kevin got like a
Kevin got up there too, and now it's like almost top 3 for IG. They flipped it around.
Yeah.
Unfortunate team kill there, but yeah, these guys are so far behind. I can't really recap how that happened, but something went really wrong.
Even though it was a team kill, I still think it's pretty good because now Emil can get like a power item, and You can hold it and try to predict the KT shock. But the blue coming in
Yeah.
play, which is gonna do some damage here, even though IG is still gonna be first. I mean, I'll try to predict maybe KT would shock there because Pix went into a star.
Yeah, you never know. Especially when the team is bottom spots, sometimes it's just worth calling an early shock, prevent anything from slipping out of reach.
Yeah, definitely a good play there from just, even though just burning the star, it's still good, just in case like shock happens.
Frozen barely avoiding some snipes here. He's got Kevin close behind. Ornn still holding down first after that good start for IG.
Looks like
There's a
KT
shock. Zach dodging. Yeah, definitely KT shock. Zach should just be in first off of that, and if he has a red, he'll be able to hit Ornn. If he has a shroom, he'll have protection for the blue. So pretty much no matter what he chained, he'll be pretty good.
Looked like he did get a red there because Ornn's
Yeah.
out now.
Let's see. Emil just hit a banana on the ground. This POW is scary. The bomb car is there.
Hop dodge.
He avoids everything, hop dodges, and hits Ornn. There's a last second blue.
Oh, he's definitely gonna hit him before the line. He's gonna even on boost though.
Yeah, Zach's stopping on the boost, or maybe he was after it. Wait.
Oh, he dodged it.
Huh? How?
I guess I don't know what happened to Ornn there. I mean, he did spin out like, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could have sworn that Zach couldn't have had a shroom there. I don't know. Maybe there was something on the ground from the bagger.
Yeah, it was hard to tell.
I have no idea. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to tell.
I'm trying to keep track of too many things at once. That race was all over the place. Frozen went crazy there though. That was a huge play. Actually, I think in the end it wasn't really that much of a swing. I don't think they gained any points off of it, but it was still kind of sick, and that counts for something.
Definitely, yeah. And KT needed a shock there for sure. It's especially on that track, like that set is like the most important set. Like, especially like since there's so many boost panels towards the end, it's kind of harder to, even if you dodge, like you're not gonna gain much from just dodging because there's so many boost panels. So shocking there is like definitely the most valuable set for sure.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna go down to the wire here. I think we're just entering GP3 now, and it is tight. Or maybe there's 3 left. I don't know. I'm having a hard time keeping track.
Yeah,
Oh wait, race
either
10.
way, it's
Duh.
still pretty close. Yeah, last 2 races, IG up 9, no pens actually, pretty surprising. Knocking on wood.
Yeah,
hopefully there's no
fingers
pens.
crossed it stays that way. Mushroom Gorge coming out for IG. Pretty sure that IG, they played this last race against XI to clutch out a win.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So I guess they have faith. They have faith in this track. Another one of those kind of volatile tracks where shock is very powerful, but also hard to use well, I think, because of just the way the mushrooms operate. Has some really, really awful target shock spots. And then there's a shortcut afterwards that requires a mushroom. So those things combined makes for some really strange endings, I would say.
Yeah, the golden 6 there from Frozen is pretty good. So because the pack is still relatively close, he's gonna be able to get up into first. He's gonna take this gap cut and then potentially go for the cut up here.
Yeah, but somehow all of IG also took the cut, so Frozen's going to be still kind of surrounded, and we'll see. It's the kind of thing where, like, you want to pull shrooms to be able to take gap and get up there, but if you do, you risk getting hit by any of these guys, so tough spot. Oh, he got a bad bounce!
Ooh,
Oh, he barely lives.
Yeah, sometimes on that section there, like you can get like those weird bounces where like if you can prevent that from like canceling a wheelie, but it launches you forward and sometimes you're like off the track because of it. It's kind of weird.
Jake is trying to red Frozen here. It's not going to work. I think he's just also chaining his boxes. A lot of stuff happening at cut, and it's still IG taking it into the front again. Emil in a great spot here with 2 shrooms. But he lets Pix draft. I think he maybe thought he was far enough ahead that wouldn't happen.
I don't think he expected the draft though.
And now he's doing off-road glitch, so he's going to be driving pretty slow over here. Because this makes you go slower, but he can't go through the off-road, so he's safe.
And
let's see.
Kevin's not trailing anything. Probably has a shroom at first.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we saw him
has shrooms because Pix would have thrown something by now. It looks like top 3 is going to take cut here.
Emil going wide, and They all make it.
Oh,
Orna
good
makes
race
it
for
too.
IG. That was huge for IG.
I'm getting blue.
Oh,
Frozen's
Frozen's getting
getting
blued on the
He's getting glued to the
line.
line. Oh my god.
His golden ran out too early,
He
and
did
he's
the
losing
golden
no
strat.
spots. Okay, what a weird race.
Wow.
That's so weird. I feel like the whole room took cut every lap, except like 2 people.
Wow, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, that was so weird. I I feel like IG just got like a couple sets of triple shrooms and just kind of won off of it. There wasn't
Yeah, I
really a
mean,
whole lot of
there
anything
wasn't.
else happening.
Yeah, I don't know. There was no shock, right? Like,
No shock. I didn't see a bill. I didn't see like anyone get hit.
yeah, it was one of those races where just people just took cut. Like, even though Frozen tried to like prevent the other team from taking it lap 2, as we saw with like the Fib and Nena, like they were
Hmm.
still able to take it. I mean, taking like cut here is pretty important in the track in general.
Yeah.
Just trying to cycle for shrooms.
I don't know how I feel about a mill doing off-road glitch there. I feel like that was kind of not a good play. It was just weird. I feel like it's easier to avoid getting hit by someone when you're behind them, because if he just gets redded there, he just loses his chance to win the race.
Yeah, especially since I didn't like know the context before that. Like, if Kevin had like, stuff to back the other team, then like Emil can just use the off-road glitch to go tighter than the backs. But like top 3 had shrooms, so I feel like that play was probably just to prevent, like, I don't know, getting Reddit or something by picks, because he, how picks drafted earlier, like
Yeah.
it looked like he just shroomed like by accident, but didn't realize that he did it just to get away from picks.
Yeah, still works out though. So IG with a little bit of a cushion now, with 2 races left. KT definitely needs to pull something out here. They've been doing all right, showing some resilience to stay even close, but they haven't really led the entire time. I think it was tied after like 2 races, and then IG pulled ahead, and they've pretty much held it down since then. We'll see. Looks like a good start for KT though, but here's Jake in
Oh,
the
Jay
star.
coming up in the start, yeah. It's not gonna really hit anyone.
Doesn't hit picks, just lag, but really
He's
good
gonna
to
get
be
first
holding
though.
down first.
Yeah, do it.
The Bill in 6th though. Oh, and he's in 5th. That's actually really good. Even if they don't get shock,
Yeah.
he still is gonna be able to get up there. He's gonna get
Oh,
into
and he
first right
builds
now.
Ornan too, playing offense and defense with it.
Probably could
He's
go
gonna get into
Jake.
first.
He's gonna get in
And
first
let's
though.
see. Oh, that green is a little scary, but he lives, and now Frozen's in first. Yeah, one weird thing about Goldmine is that those bottom spots can get the zipper boxes at the very start, and so you usually have somebody like trying to get up to the front right away. Wait, Jake just fell
It's
off.
just Jake just fell off. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Bomb
actually
coming in.
maybe a really costly mistake now.
Yeah, it looks like Scamp is in 10th. Like,
ATR top 3 now after that.
oh, this is looking bad for IG right now.
Baggers are close.
Mike,
I think someone just got
Mike,
trolled.
I think Mike got hit. I don't know what happened there. Either
I
he
don't
hit the
know
car or
if
got
that was one of
trolled.
the baggers or if he just, I don't know, maybe he like wheelie locked. That would be some crazy drama at the end here.
Yeah.
Nana top middle.
It's looking really grim now for IG. KT's just gonna back here and just trying to get. But it looks like IG does get shocked though.
Maybe. I mean, they TS second on the turn. I wonder if that was on purpose or not.
Ornan
Ornan's gonna be coming up.
coming up.
We'll see. Is the fib still there? It is. Let's see if they remember it. Yep.
It looks like IG's 2-3 right now, so it's not gonna be like a huge race for KT unless there's like something big that happens here.
Yeah. Rosen just needs to survive with no blue. I think he's gonna be fine.
Oh,
Oh my god! Crazy green hit him behind the wall, and Mill loses all of his spots. Is IG bottom 3?
I think that was.
They got bottom 3.
Oh no! Yeah, that was
Dude,
Frozen green too.
Frozen just kind of clipped on him.
That was insane.
I thought that he was too far ahead for that to work, but like he just timed it so well. That was massive.
Wow. That was really well played from Frozen there.
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't catch it, what Frozen did in first is when you come out of that little tunnel, there's like the wall on the left where like the ramp path comes out, and Frozen drifted behind the wall on the straightaway, backed the green as if it was a turn, and then by the time Emil got to it, the green comes out from behind the wall, and it hit him. And that's gonna move KT actually a lot closer to being able to win this now because they got like 1, 3, 4, 5 there. This is gonna be insanely close.
Yeah, that play right there might be it for K. I mean, it's gonna bring KT to 1-3-4. So already they have, if they get the track pick, it's gonna be pretty good for them. And that play was definitely one of the most valuable plays so far that we've seen.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it takes.
Let's fucking go, boys. Let's win this, bros.
If you want to win, you got to earn it, you know?
That's true.
And now it's just 1 point. We're basically tied. This is as close as it gets. As long as there was no troll that race, which, again, I'm still not 100% sure,
Just like
but I haven't heard anything yet, so I think we're good.
Let's go. Let's go.
Then,
Let's go.
this race determines the whole thing.
Yeah,
DK Summit.
It comes down to the last race. IG up 1, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, for what it looks like right now, KT having good spots. It's cannon tracks, so like IG definitely needs to get the shock here.
Yeah, or they got to get one of those like lucky first set pulls where they can just kind of break into tough spots for free, but you know, you can't always bank on that.
I'm just pulling my green.
We'll see. The whole game plan kind of changes a little bit when you're just trying to win the race also, right? So like maybe like you just play to secure like first or top 2. Which we'll see how Frozen approaches this now. Looks like he trailed Jake on accident, which is going to work out, and he makes a sketchy looking double.
Yeah, it does make it though.
But yeah, what's important is that he makes it. He went for a box, didn't get it, now he gets one. I like the choice. I think going for a box there is very valuable because you could get Reddit here. And now he at least can make a play, and he gets Jake.
Yeah, that's really good.
I think Jake didn't realize maybe that he had a box. I'm not sure. It didn't look like he was anticipating that.
Yeah, I don't think he was aware.
Top 2 now for KT.
Zach, green tight here.
Frozen continuing to back, trying to hit anyone. He gets Jake out of the cut. He can't miss right now.
Sketchy doubles coming in play again.
Oh no, this is...
Oh
no! I hit him off.
Oh, it does make it though.
Bananas hit as he makes the backup strat on double. Frozen is kind of just like flopping around, but still making plays anyway. Him and Zach are kind of gone in this top 2. If the top 2 holds, if the top 2 holds, they win. But they don't have it. They don't have it. He's stopping in cannon.
IG has it.
He's about to dodge everyone behind him.
Just gets first out. I do like this play. It's gonna come down to what happens over here.
Zach is getting passed by everybody. Frozen's gonna take cut. Ornan might also be taking cut. It's hard to say.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, ground star.
He doesn't star him though. He's still alive.
Oh, is he gonna take double here? Oh, there's a power. This is so weird. He needs to clutch. He needs to clutch. He's gonna make it.
Oh, he's gonna make it. Yep.
Oh my God, he's first. And Milp just died. I think KT might win. He's going for a box though. Maybe he needs to hit the guy behind him.
Oh, 1-3 for KT. No. I think no. That's it for KT.
Oh my God, they're getting 1-3-4.
Oh my God, that was huge.
What a crazy clutch.
That power was really important because since he was in the star, it just target powered IG at the end. And
dude, only Frozen, man.
But even going for the double still in star, like
only really Frozen. Risky. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, insane.
Like
coming in from
you
Frozen.
Could show that clip to a person who isn't watching this match, and they would know exactly who they're watching. He's the only player in the world who's doing that race 12 in finals.
No glaze.
That is. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just calling it how I see it.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I do agree with you though. I think it's definitely one of those winning plays right there for sure that he did.
He's just a winner, man.
Definitely a winner, 100%.
Wow, so KT is up 1-0, and the story of KT clutching out these close matches continues. I mean, I don't think the score was really close because they won that race by a decent amount, so it was probably still like double digits, but like, I mean, they were fighting from behind the entire time. That is nuts.
That was nuts for sure. I mean, the ending looked hectic. I mean, IG did dodge, and it looked like 2-3-4 from IG dodge, but in the end, like KT got those like items that were like really important. I mean, the power at the end, that kind of just made IG lose. I mean,
yeah, power was so huge. The ground star was helpful for Frozen to keep first, but there was still so much to do after that.
Yeah, but really well played though from Skemp though. Can't lie, he dropped that ground star for Frozen, and definitely helping Frozen out from because he was the only one.
That's true, actually.
Like,
and he put it was weird because he put it in a spot where Frozen was able to take cut and get it really easily, right? And whoever was like near Frozen would have had a much harder time picking it up because it was all the way on the left. So that they just coordinated that so well somehow.
Yeah, I mean, if Ornan got shrooms though, it would have been completely different.
Yeah, it would have been like they would have been racing for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they might have like split it, or like maybe Ornan gets it first. That was bananas. I'll say it.
Yo,
Definitely
guys.
bananas.
Holy shit.
Oh man,
Dude,
how does IG bounce back after that? I mean, they had it. They had it the whole way.
dude, my body is just shaking.
I don't think IG is like, like, oh, we played bad. I
Yes,
think
this girl's
they
so
know that they
fucking
played well
rich,
because for the
bro.
most part they were controlling those top spots like we saw earlier during the match. But since shock is super important on like tracks that we saw like on BC3, like KT was able to get like this comeback
Mm-hmm.
going on for them. So
Yeah, a couple other things, right? Like Jake falling off on Goldmine was really detrimental, as well as Emil getting hit at the end.
Thank you, bro. I'm gonna turn
Um,
this call.
little things adding up, you know. In the end, it's a 16-point deficit.
wow, yeah. I think
So KT up
the big game
1-0.
changers was
Jeez.
like Wario's Goldmine for sure. Like I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
earlier, like from what Torp was talking about the green, like that play was just it. I mean, even though like IG were like trying to get up there, like on Summit, like KT was like top spots.
Yeah, they're staying in the room for some reason, or maybe they're not.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening.
Because it seems like they would just leave, and so I'm a little worried that maybe there's something going on that we don't know about. Okay, no, they're leaving. I think everything's normal.
Hmm.
Whew,
Okay, nice. We're good.
we're good. We gotta take a breather after that.
Definitely.
That was madness. Yeah, I think we're gonna well, at least the players are gonna take a little break in between the matches, which is fine. Whew.
Yeah, so I think right now they're doing Connie's again, from what I'm looking at.
Ah,
So that's why there's a delay happening right now with the match. But fair
yeah,
enough though. I mean, I think Connie's like we never seen it in past seasons in GSC, but like it was a thing back in WL and like previous seasons before that, just because like it kind of, especially in a big match like this, it's kind of like good to have something like this because obviously we don't want cheaters to be playing in the match, and
yeah.
obviously
It's like
it's not like anyone in the match is cheating, but just to secure like everyone's like playing vanilla game.
it's like a gentleman's anti-cheat system that, they both agree to do it, and then
Pretty much, yeah.
because they want to win an honest game.
Exactly. I think it's pretty useful to have or doing condies, especially in D1 finals.
Oh. Man, I did not see that coming. I'm not gonna lie. I thought once IG pulled ahead that they were just gonna hold down the fort, but KT with some
Yeah, but
insane
even though you do
clutch
say
factor.
that, IG is gonna be playing more aggressive now. They're definitely gonna be like, okay, we need to win the next match. We already lost the first match, even though we did play well, like and shocks happened and stuff like that. Like they have like the mentality that like we need to bounce back, or else this is it for us. Especially how IG did throughout the season. It's like it all comes down to this, for them. There's no other chances except for this.
Yeah, and it's hard to say, right? Like they can't guarantee that they're gonna get this shot again, right?
Exactly.
So rare
Yeah.
that you're even, in a position to make finals, and they really want to make it count.
Yeah. Especially for any team in any div. Playing in finals, you spent so much time and throughout the season and playing like in scheduling and stuff like that. And when you're like already in playoffs, like that's already pretty big. But then once you get into finals and like that's when you're like, okay, like we made it to finals. We have to win now. Or else, the outcome is gonna be, not the best.
Yeah, dude, losing finals sucks. Anyone who's ever lost like finals, it's like, oh,
I mean, I felt
I
that
don't
in
even. It's hard
Ultimate
to
Finals.
talk about. I know,
We
I
don't talk
know.
about it, but let's just say, I mean, it definitely was pretty sad. Like that's for
Yeah,
sure. And it's definitely because like you put so much time into it. It's just like it's meaningful. That's for sure. That's the where I'm trying to get out.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that like on the surface, right? Like let's say I'm imagining a person who's maybe watching this for the first time and they're like, "Oh, competitive Mario Kart, that's so cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's a thing." I'm making this person sound like an idiot, but what I mean is like like there's no money on the line and like there's a bunch of guys playing an old game having fun, but people care. You know what I mean? That's why they're here. Like that's why they're so good. Is because they've poured hours and hours of effort and like thought and energy into this game for pride and for the thrill of competing. And that's like what's carried it forward for so long.
Yeah,
And there's
definitely.
like there's real emotion that goes along with like the thrill of winning and the pain of losing.
Yeah, especially like all of us together. Like, I mean, we've all like, this is like a hobby to us, and like we spend a bunch of time into it. So it's like, might as well make something out of it. Like, especially with the people you meet too. Like, I met this guy that I'm casting with right now, like not too long ago.
Yeah. Casper and I have hung out
Because of
before
this game, because
in
of this
real
game that I
life.
played. In real life,
That's
we
pretty
met.
cool.
It was
I
pretty sick.
I I know some of these guys have met up too, like Ornan and Emil on IG have met up before. Probably more than that I don't know about. I'm sure that, these guys are buds.
Oh yeah. Like all of these teams like that are playing right now, like in their own friend group, they all like talk and do stuff outside the game. It's like obviously we play the game, but outside the game, like there's connection. It's always
Yeah.
connection in the game.
Yeah. I think it's dope. I think it's like a cool little thing that we got.
Yeah.
And the game is fun. That's the other thing is that it's just fun. I can't it's people always say that this game is like impossible to quit. It's just too damn fun.
You can't quit. That's kind
You
of an
can't quit, dude.
addiction. It's kind of an addiction.
I've come close a couple times. I've been
I
on
don't think
hiatus.
I don't think I'll be quitting anytime soon.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about, like an hour ago that it's maybe more interesting right now than ever, like with the amount of people who are good and the amount of teams that are good, all competing to be the best. Like from a spectator's perspective, it's pretty great right now, and
Definitely, yeah.
it's pretty good as a player too. I mean, Lounge is like insanely active lately, like past like week or so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it doesn't look like the game's dying anytime soon. Even though, like we said, like years ago, like, oh yeah, MKWii is probably gonna die, like, 2020 or 2021 or something like that. But like, no, it's still continuing. Even though people are like, all right, this is the year that's gonna quit. It's just not gonna quit. I don't know when the game's gonna die, but I mean, hopefully it goes on for a while. We've seen other games like Smash Bros. Like they've been playing forever too. They have their own LAN
Yeah,
events and stuff like that. Maybe
yeah.
hopefully sometime this game could have stuff like that. That'd be insane. But
Shout out to Melee. That was my other calling. I think if I didn't dive into MKWii when I was younger, I probably would have gotten into Melee a little bit more. Not that I'm not, I am, but as like my main thing,
yeah, I mean, if I were to get into a different game, I'd probably be into Melee too. I can't lie. Seems pretty fun game.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, boys.
All right, I think we're close to jumping back in. Not sure if they're waiting on anyone in specific, but basically gonna be going into match 2. IG hosting this time, down 1-0. They have to reverse sweep the series if they want to win it.
What are your predictions right now, Torp? Do you think KT's gonna take it home with the 2-0, or do you think IG's gonna bounce back? Or what are we thinking here?
Oh man, it's so hard to call. Because I would have called IG. I would have probably called IG in 2 before the match started. But then watching that, it's so hard to say what's going to happen. I still think IG is going to win this one.
All right, well, I'm gonna go for IG. I'm gonna go for my boy Ornan. I think from the videos that I saw of him, I think he has that dog in him, man. I think
Yeah. They've come
he's
too
definitely gonna be
far
showing it.
they've come too far to go down without a fight,
Yeah, I can't quit now. I can't lose now. It's gonna be pretty bad, Who hates? I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't like winning? I love winning. I hate losing.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm sure at least most of them are too.
Oh, definitely. I hope so.
All right, so we're right back into the action. Jake and Frozen 1v1 here on DDR. Frozen trying to play really aggressive, does not work out. He's now itemless on the straightaway.
Looks like Kevin did draft though. No, IG's gonna be top 2.
Yeah.
On a track like this, pretty important. But I
Frozen
mean,
goes
you could
for a-
still catch up gold with Ultra.
Frozen going for the red on Kevin. It's gonna hit. I think he probably figured that Kevin had a shroom since he wasn't trailing anything from the previous set. And so that's why he went for the box and the zipper in the first place. Really good awareness there to prevent IG from pulling ahead in top 2, but he's
Ooh,
going to lose a
good.
lot of time.
Yeah,
Jake hit the
good
nanos from
backstand.
lap 1, though. Mike's coming out of the cut slow.
Ornan took cut.
And there's Ornan.
Golden, and now IG's top 2 again.
Yeah.
Blue gonna get him a wall glitch though. Pretty good spot
pretty
to get
uncomfortable
him.
spot. He kind of makes it pass, but not really, and he's getting comboed in the sand anyway. So
that was a great red right there.
Although Emil with some what the kids call this item smuggling, I think. He's got a gold. He's about to take the huge cut, being first, like for sure. And once the shot comes,
yep. Oh, KT has shot.
Speak of the devil, yeah.
Zach did dodge.
So Zach is gonna pretty much just win the race off of that. I mean, that's such a good spot to dodge. He takes the biggest cut on the track.
Yeah, and
while everyone else is small.
Got a chain from what it looked like, but
I don't think so. I think he just used the star at cut. But either way, top 2. Pretty hard for them to lose this at this point. There's not really any items that Orny could get in third that would turn it around.
Oh, Pow. Maybe gonna
Pow red.
Oh,
that one broke. How is he gonna break this one? It's still there.
Oh, it's
he's still running, and he lives. I don't know how he made it out. It looked like that was gonna reach him so much sooner.
Wow. Good one. Yeah. Going back. Yeah, no. As I say that, because like, as an American player, like normally that connects because like if whoever threw the red was like European or something like that, as an American, like that like wouldn't connect because like the lag of it, like it takes so much longer to connect. But surprisingly, it just didn't connect at all, even though like you got the warning pretty early. By the way, like that shock was super. But yeah, it's still I mean, I feel like regardless, we're probably gonna see like a close match especially from what it looked like. IG was up there the whole time, but then like KT having that shock like prevented them from, getting a bigger race. Nice, good job, guys. Yeah, KT top 2, 4-5.
Top 2, 4-5. Wow, that is a huge start.
Yeah, that is pretty massive. Probably gonna opt to go for like a TF.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming after. I mean, things started out seeming pretty good. IG was top 2, but yeah, the blue combo killed Jake really bad. Emil got TS'd, and then, oh,
the reset happening.
Man.
Maybe someone subbing in? Question mark.
I don't know. We made it far. We made it pretty far without any hiccups, but it's looking like it's the end of the line for that. That's a shame. We were just getting back into the sauce.
I'll just press A. I'm streaming, so it's probably fine.
From what it looked like from the rep chat, someone was lagging the room, and it looks like they're doing Connie's again. And it looks like Pix was doing it specifically, but I'm not sure why. Like right now. Pretty strange that we're having this reset happening. It doesn't look like anyone is like subbing in or anything, like especially race 1, like pretty odd.
Yeah, I don't know if someone's DC'd or I don't know. Ornan called the reset for IG, so maybe I have no idea. It just means we have some time to kill.
That is true.
For the people watching at home, maybe the uninitiated, who could maybe one day eventually be playing in Division 1 themselves. if you want to get into the game, I'm sure there's some command in the chat for lounge or something. It's pretty much like the ranked solo ladder that this game has, which is it's separate from this league. This is just like a 5v5 team league, but there is also a ranked ladder where you queue up, you get put on teams, you have like an MMR that goes up and down when you win or lose, and it plays a lot. You play people of your own skill level online, and there's also tutorials on how to get the servers. Feel like it's worth saying for all the people watching who maybe have some interest.
Yeah, there's so many tutorials, especially nowadays. There's so many videos out there like giving advice. I see a lot of top players like giving like good advice to people. Obviously, back then there wasn't like any of these videos. Like it was all more so like just playing the game and learning from like connection. But nowadays you just see like from top players just putting out these videos, which I think is like really nice, especially like for the someone who could use like a tip or two. I think it's good to have.
Yeah, and as far as games go, there's not really another game that plays super similarly. I guess like the newer Mario Karts, but that doesn't really count. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of the things in Mario Kart are not very like intuitive or not like transferable from other games. So yeah, for a while it was very difficult to like be able to learn the game quickly. But there are people who are making strides at those kind of tutorials or just helpful content.
Yeah, definitely. I think from our experience, like we just like had to play the game to like learn like what we were doing wrong and not like see like from other people. Like, I mean that too, but like looking at those videos. But now you can find like all that stuff like by just searching, how to become better and stuff, and you'll see a ton of stuff.
Yeah. It's quite nice, quite nice.
I
It's
think
also the kind of game.
out of
Oh,
my years of playing, I think like being able to like learn the game and play competitively, I think is one of my favorite parts, like just playing the game, but also like just meeting people in general. So that's kind of like why I've also like wanted to get into the game as well.
I think another cool thing is that like you never really hit a ceiling with this game, right? Like pretty much every year I like look back at like my old gameplay and I realize that there's like still like more room for improvement that I like didn't even maybe notice the first time, right? Like the ability to like I don't know, there's just like an infinite amount of things that you can be good at in this game and it's really hard. Like truthfully, it's hard.
It's
I'm not
hard
gonna
for
lie.
sure, but I think that's what makes the game like pretty fun. Like learning these like details, and especially like when you get better at the game, like you start to notice these things that you haven't before. I think it's like pretty nice to see. Like you're like, oh, okay, I already invested time into it. I've already got to like where I am, but like learning a few more stuff, and it's like, oh, I actually think that's pretty cool, and I want to incorporate that in my own game. Even as me as a player, like I've played forever now. I think even like from year to year, I still learn stuff. It's not like I stay the same. I always want to learn stuff more.
Yeah. Kind of like in real life, you know? Every year, maybe you look back and you're like, yeah, I think I'm a little bit more mature, a little bit smarter than I was a year ago. I actually don't know if that's true or not. I've heard that that happens up till you reach age like, I don't know, 24 or 25, and then your development kind of slows down. Have you heard this before?
I've heard of it before. I think, I mean, you're not wrong at all. I think even as you age in general, you start to mature and start to realize these things.
Become older and wiser and more
Exactly.
experienced. I think it has something to do with like your frontal lobe or whatever. I don't know. I should know that though. I studied psychology in college, but whatever. Useless degree.
Hey, I mean, I don't think it's useless at all. I think I think at least some stuff. You can be like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's all good.
I could say stuff like that.
Hmm. One thing that kind of sucks about these resets is that like nobody likes them. You know what I mean? Like it sounds stupid, but like when your team's winning, you don't want to like take a 10-minute break and then have to start again, right? Like when your momentum goes down the drain and like I don't know, you get like cold. And then if you're losing, it's just like that feeling of dread, like just kind of builds over time, and you're like, oh, we're down 21, 23 points, whatever, and it's the first race, and now we're gonna have to make this comeback, and you just want to like get back in, right? But you can't.
That is true, yeah. But I feel like, especially in this game, even though learning all these things like is like part of like getting better, like mentality in this game is like really important, especially like in a high div like sense, like where if you don't have the best mental, then it kind of like makes your gameplay worse because you're not able to focus on you know what you're doing in the game, especially like in a team environment game, like in a war setting, like you're probably not able to think more stuff than you actually want to say. But
Yeah, there's a
that's
lot
good.
of awareness that goes into making decisions, and if your judgment is being clouded by anything, it's significantly harder to make good plays and whatever. And it's also like it's a rage-inducing game too at the same time, just because there are always going to be things out of your control.
That is true, yeah. I mean, this game isn't perfect and it has luck involved, but that's enough to be like, okay, then you can't be like, oh, my head is like in the wrong direction. Obviously, yeah, like as Torp said, there is stuff that happens, that isn't in your control, but that isn't enough to bring you down.
Yeah. All right. Picking up where we left off, race 1 of match 2. KT on the board 1-0 in the series, trying to put it away in 2. Obviously, they're in a good seat already after just one race. They got their track pick. They're going to be starting in top spots. This is one of the biggest front-running tracks in the game, especially if you get those easy drafts at the beginning. It's
Yeah,
all
no,
about execution for them.
pretty big track pick for KT though, preventing the draft from IG. It looks like Orin's neck and
Onin
neck right
trying to
now.
get up there. He's
Oh,
itemless though, so it's a tough spot for him.
oh, doesn't get the draft, but gets Nenad instead.
Yeah, Frozen backing aggressively. Jake's trying to do something. And he gets a red, and
Oh,
Frozen got 2 fibs in a row, so he's gone. Mike's greens all barely missed, so Jake is going to hang on to first for now.
oh no, it doesn't look like he got hit too. Jake got hit.
Oh no, Jake's back there. So many people are getting hit.
Yeah, so Mike did end up greening Jake, and looks like
Yeah.
looks like a top 2 for KT. But Emil has a star in 4th. Pretty unpredictable for KT to think that he has a power item up there.
But Orton getting hit, I mean, yeah, if Emil doesn't dodge, there's not really a spot on the track where there's like a big shortcut, right? Like it's not like a DDR where you could just take Ultra and catch up. So this star really hinges on whether or not they pull shock. If they pull shock, he's pretty much just guaranteed first, and if not, then they still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, definitely. Now IG needs to, since they're occupying like the mid
Where'd
spots.
that-
it's not getting
Where'd that bomb
the
come
bomb.
from?
I think from Jake.
Yeah, oh,
It
okay.
had to be.
It didn't look like he was close enough. I guess. Okay, maybe I'm dumb. For some reason I thought that somebody like chucked it over the wall, but I guess Jake just threw it. Yeah.
No, yeah.
I just missed it. 2-3 now. I mean, sometimes you see a TS here early on, and that's exactly what we're gonna get. But they
Mike
missed
lives.
him.
It's just gonna try to
Yeah,
hit him.
I think Scamp faked it out. Really nice play there from the bagger on KT, which is Scamp. He pretty much went over the ramp at around the same time as his teammate, but like slightly staggered, and the other team didn't know which player they were supposed to try to hit off the track. So that might save Mike's race when he would have gotten TS there.
Let's go for a trick snipe. It's not gonna hit him because the conveyor went the other way, but looks like I'm not sure what kind of race that was.
Oh,
Kinda
did
like a
Kevin
mixed
get?
race.
I don't know if Kevin made it over the line or not. That was close.
Yeah, I wasn't able to tell from Emil's perspective, but I don't know what kind of race it was in general.
Yeah, I think IG maybe would have liked to do more with that shock, but missing the TS kind of makes it a lot worse than it would have been otherwise. Because I think Mike still held like a top half spot. Yeah, he still gets second out of it. Would have been maybe even top 3 if they got the TS right, but you gotta give some credit at least to Scamp for mixing things up and making it harder for IG to call shock as well as they wanted to.
Yeah, definitely a nice play from Scamp coming in, and also a nice play from Jake with the bomb. Like getting Frozen out of there is pretty important. So like, even though there was a TS that did happen, like it kind of like made sure that Frozen wasn't able to like hit any of the IG members like lap 3.
Yeah, yeah.
I think early Sherby, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the baggers too much, but it seems like both of them have been making pretty good plays. I think shot count is somewhat even. We saw Scamp with that play there, also the drop star, which helped them win the end of last war. And that's
Yeah,
another
really good.
kind of weird thing that we haven't talked about is that like the bagging meta is kind of progressing alongside with the rest of the game in like its own unique way, just because there's so many strange situations where the bagger can influence the race in like a really important way, even if they like do something subtle.
Yeah,
And the best,
for-
yeah, the best baggers they just find those opportunities to have an
yeah,
impact.
the better baggers for sure definitely try to play as a player themselves, even though like they're trying to get the shock, like they can do more than just get the shock, as Torp said earlier.
Yeah, second left.
Looks like Jake drafted there actually, and so top 2 from IG. Looks like Emil's gonna schlag a bit. And Pix has a golden.
Yeah, gonna be too hard to keep these top spots on this track. It's just so easy to catch up with the the off-road being the way that it is.
Zach breaking that red, and Frozen does get hit.
I'm not sure who first is. I would like to see that name. I'm not sure if it's a top 3 for KT or if IG is 145. I guess maybe we'll find out soon.
Kevin in first.
Oh, it's Kevin up there. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Frozen is gonna go for Snoopy here. Does miss though, but Mike tried to go for him as well. I do rate those plays though, and trying to hit the bagger so the other bagger can be in 10th. It's something that you'll see often in these higher level rooms.
Yeah, another one of those subtle things that often happens like in the back of the pack, away from all like the regular action, is people trying to use their items to hit the baggers, either to make them lose their item or just slow down a lot, giving your bagger a chance to be in 10th. Zach just went for a crazy weird green off the wall.
Yeah.
I wonder if he meant to back it and he just threw it forward on accident. But it looks like
IG shot coming in.
Orton just had Bill in like 3rd or 4th or something. I guess he's just winning the race for free. And this drop star is going to go to Emil. I think Scamp would have been able to pick that up, but he didn't realize how much time he had. So Emil is going to get a breakaway off of this too.
Well, I guess Scamp didn't want to go for like potential.
Right, it's risky. It would have been really risky, but there's some baggers who would have just like swooped in, taken the star, and jumped off.
Oh, that POW! Even though it was a crucial spot, like it still didn't affect KT that much.
Yeah, they both survive, and Frozen pulls the blue in 4th. That is so big for them. I wonder if they'll be able to get close enough to pass Orton though.
Ooh, it's gonna.
He's kind of he's way up there. I don't know.
Maybe if they're okay. Zach has greens.
Oh, but the bomb. He might be able to reach this bomb last turn. We might be seeing a another crazy play at the end.
Throw the greens.
Oh. Oh, it missed. It was just behind, and now
yeah.
Frozen's gonna be dead here. Yeah, he's just gone. A huge race for IG.
I'm impressed that I didn't hit him.
Wow.
Nice, Mike. Nice. You beat me, bro. What the fuck?
And the lead that KT had from DDR has been evaporated.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a good shock from IG, just going early, unpredictable, just to get Orton up into first. I think.
Yeah, I wonder if they were thinking that they could use 2, or maybe that he was gonna lose it soon. But it was a great call either way. And with the shock red and the Bill combo, and then the ground star for Emil, they get top 2 out of it, and then things just seem to work out after that.
Yeah, really well played from IG, and especially with the shock too. Like on this track, there's so many walls, so it's like harder to get a shock red. But like since it's like it was on a straight, just guaranteed him.
Yeah, he picked a good time. All right, IG up 5, showing that they still want it. They're still in it to win it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And if IG gets a track pick here, it's gonna help IG a lot, especially since they have like really good spots.
Yeah.
But since TF was already picked, I'm probably gonna go for a Moonview play if anything.
No, maybe BCWii. Emil's first. We saw him. He did fail once last time. Yeah, it is BCWii.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, BCWii is still a good pick. I mean, you can just like take both the right boxes, but Either way, since we talked about it too much, I mean,
Yeah, that's
it's
the golden rule.
if you talk about the
If you
track too much, then it's not gonna pick it. That's
yeah,
what happens.
always how it goes. Be like, okay, when it picks gold mine, we're gonna double back tie in the first turn. Eighth place can show up, and then it doesn't matter.
It just doesn't happen. Yeah, it's so common. Mario Kart Wii right there. Emil does sit. It doesn't get a box though. It's not that good.
Frozen also doesn't get a box. Definitely missing out on a chance to get like a really good seat. You know, you spam on golden, you pass everybody, you're pretty much in the front for a while.
Yeah, it looked
But it
like
doesn't
Kevin
look like
making the
anyone.
golden.
Yeah, but he's not like super far ahead. The dream on this track is to get triple shrooms in like fifth, and then just have shrooms in first, and you just win the race without having to do anything. But that is a really rare occurrence, and it looks like nobody's getting super lucky today.
Oh, that blue though is gonna be good. I mean, KT's in
Hmm.
first though, but if Orna takes the cut, then potentially could get blue.
Yeah. First usually changes hands a lot on this track with the cuts, so I don't think Frozen's gonna be really stuck holding that blue for too long.
Oh, and Orna did take cut, so we'll see. They're just spacing out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and looks like
Space now, and there's the blue. I like how they waited for picks to have a chance to try to hit Ornan before throwing it, because you kind of get like a free roll, right? Like if you hit him, then you're just back in first and you get to keep holding the blue, and if you don't hit him, then you just throw it.
That is
And
true.
he gets blue anyway. But looks like
Oh, another blue
yeah.
coming in, even though Orna did dodge it. But that time it is gonna hit him.
Yeah, Milt moving into first. Don't know what's going on with Shock. It looks like one of the baggers is there, maybe trying to drop a star.
Yeah, it looks like Skip's
Usually
gonna drop
they hang
star.
out around there.
Oh, it does get bumped though from Scamp, so he's not able to take it, but Kevin takes it instead.
Yeah, Kevin moves into first off of that.
Oh, it looks
Jake
like IG Shock.
dodges and Kevin dodges. Frozen's super far
Oh,
behind now. IG
that's
pretty much guaranteed top 2 off of that, I think.
yeah, really well played from IG. Just takes advantage from that drop star from Scamp, and so like they're able to dodge in top spot and guaranteeing first, and also like Jake dodging is really good.
Yeah, Jake has another star up there. Now if we switch to a mill, look at where Pix is. Yeah, he's stuck between Jake, who is in a
Oh,
star, and a mill, who has a
that's
mega.
big power. That's big power right there. Gonna prevent him from even shrooming up in general. So it looks like it's
Yeah,
probably gonna be a top
Oren's
4
there.
for IG.
It might be top 4.
Looks like top 4, and it looks like it was
Top
top 4.
4 for IG.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, really well played from IG, just taking advantage of their items. Like with the shock, we see double dodge and Jake getting a chain there, and then the powder preventing them from shrooming up or even reading them. And Emil having that trail, so like they can just stop him if anything.
Yeah, the drop star was huge. That was like the turning point. I think Emil saw it coming, right? I saw it coming too. Usually when you see a bagger sitting next to the chomp like that, it's a sign that they're going to drop a star for whoever on their team passes by next. And a few people were going for it at once, and they maybe pushed each other out of the way, or Scamp's body was in the way, and then Kevin came in and scooped it up and got a free dodge off of it. Because if somebody on KT gets that star, they're just in first, and then IG can't call shock there without giving them a free win. So that completely changes things.
Yeah, I think it was just unfortunate that none of KT could get the star. I mean, that's as Torp said, pretty big turning point. Especially since IG had shock, it's like at that point unwinnable for KT.
Yeah. Shock matters a lot, but if you combine it with something like that, where like KT's only counterplay there is to get the star and like, get to the front and force the shock to be used at a different spot, and once that got taken away, it was just kind of over.
Exactly, and especially like on that spot right there in that track, like that's like the most important set for sure. Like since there's like a cut right there, prevents them from even taking it in general. Just really well played from IG though.
Yeah, kind of the same situation we saw first war. A few races in, IG now has a pretty big lead. I think that was 4 races down because of the reset after DDR. So don't be fooled by the number at the top of the screen there. Look at the bottom instead if you're trying to keep up with the match.
Yeah, definitely big draft though coming in.
Frozen gets into first, which means that they have some control over the cut.
If Jake can pass this or slow down Frozen, still really good.
Yeah, Frozen and Jake just had a TC battle where Frozen lost a lot of time. KT in top 3 though. Okay, so IG needs to have somebody taking cut into the front. Emil's gonna unblock. He missed the unblock. Oh no!
no, it looks like
Emil missed the Nana
maybe
and
one of them
unblocked it.
failed. Yeah.
I think Ornan went for the cut thinking that it would be unblocked, and he just went straight into the Nana.
Oh,
He would
that's
have
not
been
good.
in like first, I think. That's such a strange like error to make.
Yeah. Now KT's in top 2. Just saw like from last match, and if Scamp's in last, which looks like he is again, then if he can bump picks, no.
He was
Red's
trying, but I mean, he makes Pix miss with a red. I think kind of a missed opportunity there from Pix to get like a free hit.
Yeah, I don't think he read that well with the lag. But now Frozen's gonna block cut
Oh,
for
he hit the
sure.
wall, and Emil's just dead because of that. That is unfortunate for him.
He's gonna take Shroomeless and block it.
Yeah, Frozen at first, taking Shroomless with the blooper in his face,
Oh, he doesn't.
and it looks like it's opened. Did Pix just?
Okay,
Oh,
so it looked
respawn, or
like
did he make it?
it looked like Pix made it, and then they just shock, so like they don't take it
Yeah.
afterwards. Okay.
Really similar to last match. KT having the top spots after cut, and they just call it to prevent everyone behind. But I'd say it's a little bit closer this time. Still something to play for here for IG.
Yeah, even the Blues like right now would still not really do much because like Frozen can block it, but shock is now like more valuable now for IG if they can get it.
Ooh, Ornan just swerved to hit Scamp. He lost a star, so Scamp is still 10. He still does have a good chance at pulling it, but maybe the
Yeah.
chance has gone down. Is that Fib blocking it? It
It
kind of
looks like it's
it.
blocked. Yeah, it's still blocked, but
Yeah, it
IG's
is. So
gonna make
Kevin's
it
gonna
unless Scamp.
unblock it for a mill, and he gets TS. He tried to
Oh
go
yeah.
fast, and it looks like Scamp might have just pulled shock there from that box that he got, which is pretty fortunate for KT. They're just
Yeah.
top 3 now.
Wow. Pal's not gonna
A
do much.
chance. Yeah, a chance to completely undo last race.
If he can get a bomb, maybe. No, it's still gone.
Blue on the line. They threw it too early. I don't know how much that would have mattered, but top 3 for KT. Yeah, I think Scamp must have got shock in that one box he got in 10th there. Because he was mega'd and Snoopy wasn't that far behind, and after that they would have been on the straightaway, so kind of a stroke of luck there for KT after a really good heads-up play by Ornan too.
Yeah. That lap 1, like we saw from last match, I mean, you had to take that cut or else, KT's gonna be up there.
Yeah. Emil kind of left Ornan out to dry there, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, pretty unfortunate from what it looked like from Ornan. I mean, if he made it there, that would big turning point.
Yeah, he would have just been first. I think nobody else took cut.
Yeah.
Because Frozen, I think, was the one that blocked it in one, and then like there might have been people contesting each other on Ultra, which is usually how that goes. At the start of the race.
Yeah, even though like Frozen had that battle with Jake with the TC, like slowing him down, even if he doesn't get the TC, is still pretty big for IG, just so like he can not block the cut. But he ended up like blocking the cut, like he got in time into blocking it.
Yeah, maybe it was
Like
whoever passed him that blocked. I don't know.
yeah,
There's too much going on. KT running back DK Mountain, which they picked last war in a similar position, and it didn't really work out. But you got to keep the faith, you know.
exactly. Yep. And almost halfway throughout the war, so I mean, yeah, definitely you gotta stay strong.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's what they say. That's what they told me.
That's a good way of saying it. But MG coming in place, so it's like pretty good for IG. Like,
Yeah, easy reset track. I mean, last time we saw this, it was just a matter of who got more shrooms.
Good snipe attempt there from Emil, but he's gonna go for shrooms here. He's definitely gonna try to snipe him and try to go for shroom.
Yeah, this is a track where like maybe a lot of these interactions happen with like back spams and snipes and whatever, but like the people who win the race are just whoever the guy who takes gap is in the highest spot. That's kind of just how it goes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like GV. You just take the cut. And
Yeah,
win.
yeah. There's a whole lot of like filler interactions that happen, but like the real like determining factor is just the shortcut. And it looks like IG is top 2, I think. There's a chance that one of them has more shrooms up there, which is kind of how they won it the previous time.
Oh, that
Here's a
pow.
POW though.
Oh man,
Really good
barely
for Frozen
hit,
as he
though.
pulls the best item.
Yeah, he does pull the best item, but if IG has the shock, then it's not gonna really do much for
Yeah,
him.
we'll see. He'll probably get into first
Oh, that's
and have
really
one
big.
more shroom left
Really,
over.
really big. That blue there. He's gonna get frozen. If he shrooms in the first, then he can get blued.
Yeah, Emil is holding blue in 5th, but Kevin's in first right now. Now the issue is, if Kevin doesn't have a shroom, he's oh my god!
Oh, that's big! Oh my god, Kevin!
I don't even know if he meant to do that. I think he was. Oh, but Zach gets
Oh,
hit. That was
but
crazy
Zach
how
gets,
well that.
yeah, it's like a
He just
double.
he just niched the life out of Frozen on maybe even on accident. I think he was just trying to get him blued,
That
but
was
instead
insane.
Frozen's off and Zach gets hit.
Okay, he burned the
IG's
shroom. It looks like IG
safe in
has
top
shock.
2 with no TS. Yeah, IG would have or KT would have called it by now. Frozen, no shrooms to help him,
Oh, this
and
TS
he's gonna
though.
get TS'd.
There's a
Emil
those
lives, so he's
reds.
gonna be hitting somebody here, maybe? No, I don't think he's gonna get
No,
Zach.
he's not.
But
Orton
Ornan's
takes
taking cut. It's a great race for IG, and Mushroom
Yeah.
Gorge continues to deliver for them. Somehow, every time they get a great race on it.
Yeah. Wow. It looks like a bottom 3 for KT.
Dude, that was so unfortunate for Frozen, but also like great decision by Kevin.
Definitely great
You know?
decision. Like, especially in the spot that he stopped. I just want to point out that like if you stop before a boost panel, like if you go if you try to blue him after the boost panel, it's gonna be hard for him to slow down. Like
Yeah, he
situations
stops
like
there where Frozen is pretty much forced to go forward and waste a shroom to dodge the blue, and then they get to I don't know beat him later, but he got more than what he bargained for there, to be
yeah,
honest.
exactly.
I think also there was a blooper at the time. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I think Frozen like didn't really realize that he was stopping right in front of him, and that's why he wheelied, and because of the way wheelie bumps work, he just got sent off.
Yeah, he didn't expect to be in that line in general. You don't really see people like
Yeah.
be there anyway. But regardless, though, great play.
Mhm. That's another thing I think that's developed over the years is the blue meta, like dropping out of first to hit somebody else, like in those like really tight scenarios. Because I think they knew the same thing that I was saying is that like if they just let Frozen drive, he's just gonna take gap and win, and then the guy stuck holding the blue is just gonna get passed by everyone.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it freed up Emil to get a good spot because he wasn't stuck with the blue, and then it killed Frozen's race. So
Yeah,
very good
I
decisions there.
definitely agree. You know, paying attention to like what the other team items, you know, what they could have is like, you know, something that you can, you know, think about like strategically and be like, okay, you know, we have to make these plays, or, you know, he has this item probably, you know, probably read him.
Yeah.
Make a play out of, you know, knowing what what they have.
Yeah, or like what type of item they have even, right? Like oh, that's tough for Emil. But like one thing that is kind of common now is like when somebody like chains and they dodge up, you say like, okay, he has a 7th place box, whatever, because it gives an idea like, you know, he probably has shrooms, but there's a chance he has like reds. You know, that kind of thing is important to know sometimes. It's kind of like if you're like a poker nerd and you know how like ranges work, it's like you're playing against like your opponent's like range of items. Like you don't know exactly what they have, but like you can kind of guess based off like what position they're in and like what the race situation is, and the good players are really good at that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, well KT ends up dodging. With Mike's gonna be in first now. I don't know if
yeah,
I agree with the shock, but I guess since Scamp is in last, they're gonna try to go for 2 shocks, and the pack is still relatively close.
yeah,
Except
maybe. I
for
mean,
one.
they guarantee first. You see how far ahead that guy is, pretty much, and there's a chance that he got a good chain in 4th. Hard to say. And look, IG is just kind of stuck back here, surrounded by shells, and Kevin's forced to waste his dodge.
Oh my god!
And
He doesn't
Emil's dead
start.
now too. Frozen's win out a box that's not gonna show up.
Wow.
IG's still 2-3 though. If they keep those spots, then this race is fine for them. But still, definitely a potential for KT to get a really big race. I feel.
Yeah. I like what Frozen did there. He went for a box up there, trying to get either blue or something to schlag the IG.
Yeah, or like a mega in case they do pull a second one.
Yeah. Oh, but IG does end up pulling it, and Ornan dodges and Bill.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure
he's
where it's
probably
gonna
gonna
take
get
him.
like second out of it. Ooh, this TC. I think he'll be fine actually.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun too.
Can he get the draft?
Can he get the draft?
Ooh. Oh no, he had a shroom
Oh, it
anyway.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
KT still
ended up
bottom
getting
2
bottom
though.
2. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if the shock was even worth to end up IG getting the shock anyway, and probably Snoopy getting the 10th. But regardless, though, I think it's one of those instances where because Mike had to use the mega because of the PAL, like they just wanted the shock, and I mean, Mike can get first, but then again, it's early in the race. It's like lap 2 beginning. Like if the other team gets shocked, then they can easily come back. It's not like it's over right away.
Yeah, tough call. I mean, it looks like KT had a lot of like more security than that, right? With a couple of the IG players dying at the end of lap 2. I mean, Mike does hold first the whole time, but they would have definitely wanted more out of that race.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it
And it's
looks like
another.
it looks like IG's like dominating right now, but since DDR isn't in like the point totals, it's actually not as, not as lopsided as it looks.
Oh yeah.
We did really good on that. We can go gold mine. Oh wait, are they 8? Okay, let's go gold mine.
Oh, actually, it is updated with DDR. So this is actually.
I mean, I meant like the GP scores, because IG's like top 4 overall, but they're only up like 40. So sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No.
Stupid.
No.
No.
No one's stupid.
We're just having fun.
Are we actually?
I think so.
I'm stressed out.
Wish we could turn back time. Sorry, I'm not gonna
Well, if anything, okay. Enough yapping. Looks
I'm not
like
gonna sing
Frozen
on
pulls
there.
Bill.
Yeah, jackpot. Bill in 8th first set. We saw this happen last war where he held it, build up to the front, and then once he was in first, he just kept it. So the game plan works. Let's see if they can do it again. I think IG are 2-3, and I think I just saw a snipe attempt, which means that KT should still be first.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
top 3 now.
this is pretty bad for IG.
Yeah. Frozen will probably have to bill pretty soon because of like a red or something, but it's definitely a good spot to be in. I mean, you're just going to get into first. He might do
Yeah.
what he did last time, which is like, if there's someone behind him, just like try to bill them, and then the bill takes you to first anyway, so like you don't lose any time. I'm not sure.
That does seem like a good play, but now
Yeah, he's about to be forced into it. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, he went for the bill, didn't hit, no harm, no foul, and now they're just top 2 anyway.
It looks like Snoopy's in last.
Yeah, could be big for IG, especially if they get like a target shock off lap 3. This track probably has like the most brutal target shock in the whole game. I mean, the respawn is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, well played from Emil there. Cracked the red with nothing with using the wall. Man,
Oh, he got
off.
picks off the track. Going really wide. Yeah, this is a track that has some blind spots there as you go down these steep hills, so it's important to pick a line that you think the people in front of you didn't back in. There's an early shock.
Oh,
That's
IG shock again. I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless it was.
No, it's got to be KT.
KT's.
Yeah.
Unpredictable shock. Wow.
Yeah, just kind of in a. Oh my God! Emil just got
really
launched.
No. My goal.
And Pix is up there too. I think it's top 3-5 for KT right now.
Oh yeah, this is
Pretty
like
sure.
top 3. Unless some majestic bomb happens here, but it doesn't look like it.
Majestic bomb. Yeah, no, it's.
Oh no.
Coast is clear. KT top 4.
Oh my God.
Holy.
Comeback happening.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? You just could never count them out. I mean, that was very well done. I like the random shot call, right?
Yeah,
Just kind of there's a long stretch on that track with no boxes, right? You just dodge someone and kind of simplify the whole race.
That's true.
Very
Unfortunately,
nice.
I mean, there was no majestic bomb, like I said, that happened at the end.
No
So
majestic bomb. Not even like a ugly bomb. Just nothing.
nothing. Literally nothing. Boom, top 4.
Yeah, KT got that spark back in him, you know? That's what they need. Only down 12 now. Oh man, I mean, who's to say what's gonna happen next? There's no. It could be a top 4 for either team. Like it's kind of ridiculous how this match is going.
But this is what we like to see, though. I mean, especially in the D1 finals, having this tight action, going to have happening, and where it's like super close neck and neck with both the teams. It's like, it's really nice to see. It's not like
Yeah.
one
Ooh.
team is like
Okay, guys,
completely,
listen,
destroying the other team.
GCN Mario,
It's like
first takes
pretty
far left
even
box.
throughout.
Yeah, they're going back and forth.
Fourth takes
Rainbow
middle
Road
right.
is a heater of a track pick.
Middle right. We are
So is
full
GCN
time.
Mario Circuit. Either way, this race is going to be interesting somehow. I would maybe like to see Rainbow Road. Okay, let's see how well KT can do this.
Yeah, they
If
do
they
have a
play this
haze lead.
smart, they should be able to keep at least a few top spots at the beginning, take a lot of the boxes on the first straightaway, and just kind of space out the other team. And then if Frozen and Zach behind him drive well, they should be able to run, but it's obviously going to be easier said than done.
I like that play. The Daisy is slowing down, so he doesn't like get bumped off. Most
Yeah.
likely. It
Frozen
looks
went
like
in
a box
between the
10.
boxes, though. That's a weird choice.
Ooh.
And he
Oh,
gets
but he gets
sniped.
sniped. Yeah.
Good play by somebody. I don't know who. Maybe Kevin? He seems like
Kevin,
he's the only
yeah.
one up here who could have done that. Still good spots for KT overall, though. Frozen with a TC.
Oh, Kevin going for cut,
Pretty good
and it
here.
looks like he's gonna be. It's super close. Oh, but Kevin
Oh,
gets
he
hit
gets
though from
trailed,
Zach.
though. Yeah. Top 3 for KT.
I have a shroom, by the way.
Things are going well for them so far.
Oh, and then Zach.
Frozen with the shroom.
Oh, a
What did he-
green! Oh, he threw that from the other side.
That was
Oh my god.
ridiculous. Was that...
That was. Oh, I'm not sure who it was, but someone
Maybe it
threw
was...
a green from
I
the
think it
other
was
side.
Kevin in, like, 4th. I think Kevin just threw the green across the turn and hit him. That was ridiculous.
That was insane. But
I've never seen that in my life.
But KT's still top 3, and Frozen has a red.
Yeah, they're still in a bad spot. He gets
With
the
this
trail on
turn.
Kevin.
Wow. Emil
Emil's
forced the star.
forced into his star. That is so bad for them because nobody has shock yet. The baggers haven't even touched a box.
Yeah,
KT
no,
looking really, really good right now.
IG needs blue here. They're gonna try to cycle in these mid spots.
Yeah, maybe even a couple.
But Frozen's gonna opt to
Mike
slide.
got hit by
Mike?
something. Emil looks he's playing a little bit hesitant, tentative, something like that. He's not being super aggressive here. I'm surprised he didn't go for that cut with the shrooms. Oh no!
He does mess up there, and he's
Oh,
off the
he's
track.
dead. That is so bad for them.
That's really bad.
He was their highest spot, and he was close enough to contest for second. We'll see who's back here.
Oh, but Mike hits the nano that Frozen put.
KT are still cleanly in top 2, which is pretty good, and they've got I think they're like 5-7.
IG just
Really hard
needs
to say. I still don't think anyone has it. There's one of the baggers just went forward for a box in 9th. Probably the IG bagger, right?
Oh,
Because
but
they're
someone's going forward. If IG has it here, then they're gonna go here. But Emil does use the star, so probably KT does have it.
they're getting top 2 out of the cannon.
No.
I guess it was a fake. Whichever bagger went forward just kind of faked the other guy out, or maybe for some reason KT's holding it. Maybe like Pix has a mega and they're just gonna. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll wait.
So, Frozen gets hit there.
Frozen's hit. Mike also got hit out. IG is salvaging this race somehow, I think.
Yeah. All of
Late shock
in,
red. There's a bill.
It doesn't
Who was
connect
that?
Kevin though.
Oh, it was Ornan. But he got wheelie bumped or something. What?
What? Yeah, he got bumped or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think KT got bottom too. I feel like IG pulled like a even race out of the hat right there.
Yeah, they just salvaged the race
Out of nowhere.
The shock came at the end, but there was nothing there was no shock, even though the baggers did go forward. And I don't know. I think IG had it though, because like if that was Snoopy going forward, then like I don't think it was like worth them dodging everyone in Cannon. Like instead of like going later.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure Frozen shock rated somebody. Maybe they didn't realize that Orna was in the bill because he was kind of far back, but like, yeah, IG come away with a little bit of a winning race there when it looked like that their lead was about to be gone once again.
Yeah, no, definitely a good race from IG in the end.
Yeah, that was definitely a weird one. I also don't get... This is nitpicky, but I don't get why Frozen in first place is going in between the boxes. I feel like the game plan should be like top 3 runs, take as many boxes as you can, right? If you play it correctly, you can take like 4 or 5 of the boxes and just leave the other team itemless, like just like starve them. So I feel like he did the opposite of what he was supposed to do. Maybe it was an accident, but that's just my 2 cents.
Maybe it was an accident, because I feel like, I mean, like you're right, that is the play in general. Just taking those boxes so like they don't really have anything to get up there.
Yeah, then you could just like spam everything back. Like there's no consequence to trying to hit them. I don't know.
It's kind of like Mountain. Like, you know, if you're top 3 a Mountain, you just want to take all the boxes you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Just don't let them get any boxes of anything so they don't catch up.
Anyway, here we have Stadium coming out for the first time. Definitely one of my favorite tracks to watch. Another one of those with like a high, you know, technical skill ceiling, right? A lot of times those little interactions in the front are determined by just who drives it better.
Yeah,
Unlucky for Emil getting pushed into that.
that does get hit. It's gonna lose a good amount of time though, for sure.
Yeah, you would love to be able to hold Bill like up into like 6th or 5th in the pack, but doesn't look like he has that option. Still helps out his bagger though, because that means that Snoopy can just kind of go forward in 10th and hit as many boxes as he wants. We'll see.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like Oren did get hit.
Yeah,
He's
IG
really
dropping
good.
like flies. Somehow KT is like in all the top spots.
Oh, that was a good read from Frozen though. Just looking back and seeing where Kevin's line was. But I mean, IG.
Yeah,
I didn't see who was in 10th.
holding blue is kind of bittersweet. Frozen would definitely like to be able to take cut or slag more, but at least they, you know, secure first. I mean, they're top. Oh, they're top 4 break.
Okay, but Snoopy's in last now. Snoopy's in last, and
Yeah, yeah.
they have Bill, so most likely they have Shock. So
I don't know if
they're
they have
probably
it yet because Snoopy was just up on the zipper. But if they do have it, then they're gonna TS like 1 or 2 people, and Mill's gonna dodge up, and they'll have chances. But
yeah, really good.
we'll
Bill
see.
comes in early though, so even if they can't predict it, it's still gonna be good for a meal.
Yeah, and Mill
He's gonna get
dodges.
up to first.
They TS 2nd place.
Oh
But Pix
no.
is so far ahead, and this comes back to all that time that Emil lost on lap 1, right? Like that, all that is coming back and actually mattering a lot right now. Where Emil would just
Right.
be in first if he didn't get hit by the shell and then, you know, land in the mud and all that.
Yeah, that power from Frozen though is gonna be really good. He's gonna get him after turn skip.
Yeah, I think ideally they catch him, and now if one of them gets a red, they can like power red him on a turn, and then they all beat him.
Yeah, Emil
KT
needs
with a
like a
chance to get a huge race right now.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna use it. Yeah, slow him
Let's see,
down a
Emil's on the
lot.
turn. They're all gonna get hit. Does anyone have a box? I think Emil's fine.
Emil needs to not get hit here.
Oh, that snipe was close. That would have been top 4 if he got
Oh,
nanted off.
yeah, that snipe. If he got the snipe there, I mean, that would be a really big race for KT.
Yeah.
I thought actually it makes sense because they were so close together. Like none of KT really spaced out with the PAL, so like they all kind of got caught in the PAL. Like we saw there with Zach. Like he kind of got caught in it with like the effect with the meal. So it didn't really do much.
Yeah, I mean, but IG's bottom 3 was just so far behind. That was just that race was kind of over from the get-go. Once the Ornan kind of got comboed out, I think Jake and Kevin were back there for pretty much the entire race anyway. And Emil was just fighting for his life.
Yeah, I mean, well played from Emil though, for sure. Just not getting hit at all, because if he got hit, then it would be pretty bad for them. Since he was like the only top spot.
Oh my god, it's tied again, dude. That is ridiculous.
Oh.
How does it keep coming back to this point?
and there's no pen either. That's actually
No pen, 2 races left.
yeah,
Neck
it's
and neck.
really close. Insanely close for what it is now.
Is IG gonna lose another lead and lose out on their chance to win D1?
Yeah, I mean, IG needs to have a comeback now. They need a winning race. That's what they need for sure. If they lose the race, it's gonna be harder for them to win a race 12.
Yeah.
Matters now.
KT sticking with what worked for them last time in like almost the exact same situation, just with 1 extra race. DK Summit.
Yeah, opting for Summit again. I do like that pick though. Since KT's occupying like top spots. But
MC3.
MC3 is kind of like a dice roll. I mean, if IG can get shrooms, get up there early, and that's gonna be good for them.
Yeah,
But
Shock is
again,
pretty much a coin flip here. Because if you
yeah.
get Bill, you can't lose it. But if you get not Bill, then you're just going to be in 10th.
Yeah. And it looks like just pick starts in 1.
Yep.
Not that good.
We'll see if Emil gets help from his team soon. There's a... Oh, that was a little bit too tight. It's Frozen who actually got the golden first set, and now he's in a spot where he might be able to just win the race off of that, which is really big.
Yeah. And it is front runnable, like in Frozen's position right now, because he can just back spam easily, and there's not
Yeah,
really
and
much
Pix can
potential.
kind of gatekeep a little bit, or like, because right, the only way you catch up is with shrooms, but if you have shrooms, you can just get redded. So it's not always easy to make up ground from a top spot like that.
Oh, that
Oh,
TC
TC for
needs
a
to
mill.
pass
He can
it.
go for Pix. He can catch him, but it's gonna be tough. Oh,
But
Snoopy's there too, and
hoping
he
gets
pulls blue.
Snoopy, yeah. Oh, I think that was an IG shock. No, it wasn't.
No KT shock.
Oh, KT shock, yeah.
Double dodging in stars is so good for them. They got two really low spot chains, so even though it's kind of close right now, KT has all the good items. Like, those guys are pretty much just getting top 2.
Yeah.
Unless maybe Mike changed something bad. I don't know. I haven't seen him shroom yet.
This could be a dice roll though now, because I mean mixed spots and no one's
Yeah,
really.
you want shrooms so badly here. That's good enough, I think. And he gets a big backspam on somebody. Mike's
Oh,
hit
those
out.
hit picks.
Last second pow. Those guys are losing a
Backspin
bunch of
first.
spots. Here comes Frozen into second place.
Oh, top 2. Yeah, it looks like a top 2 for KT. Top 2 6, I think 6-7.
Yeah, you could have.
So
Yeah,
IG
could be.
getting every mid spot, but not
Or no,
top
Pix
spot.
got last, I think. So
What do you pull after?
Oh,
winning race for KT, but not by that much. That shock was good, but not great. I don't really know what happened to Mike. He must have chained like a bad item or something. Because it looked like they dodged in like maybe 6-7. And usually,
yeah,
that 6th place item that you're going to be able to carry up into second place is gonna be like triple shrooms or, even like reds just to hit everybody as you go by. But unlucky for Mike, I think, that he's only able to get 6 there.
yeah, I agree with you. But Zach did take advantage of dodging the shock. I mean, he dodged with Bill, and then he took him up to first, so he was able to like be in first without anything happening to him. It was kind of like just whatever was happening behind him, like everyone was just trying to get shrooms and people were just getting hit. It was kind of just like a mess towards the end from what it looked like.
Yeah, so now KT slightly out in front, one race to go, and they're going to be starting in top 2. So going back to DK Summit, kind of the same situation we saw previous match. They're just trying to play for like an even, maybe slightly winning race, which means that first place is going to be very important, second place, the second most important, and so on. So that I don't know. I just said nothing pretty much, but you know what I mean. You play to secure first and hope that everything works out behind that in these situations, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. At this point, KT just needs to like a winning race. Like, if anyone could just like solo dodge and just get first, or
Yeah.
that's all they
Or
need.
just like back everybody on double and just like play for yourself, As long as you're not like killing your team to bottom 3, then just being able to secure first place is just so important.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
starting top 2, so it's all
This
about whether or
beginning
not
is
they can
gonna
hold it.
matter a lot.
He's got 3 IG players behind him. If you're IG, you really want to be able to have one person shrooming up into the front. Frozen's
It
trying to
looks
make
like
it harder by backing early. He knows how important it is. But there's a
Jake
mill.
is gonna be streaming up.
Yep. He just has to not get bumped. He's going for single. Jake's there too, though. Opting to play safe, going around. So did Mike. Let's see who took cut.
Zach took cut.
Zach took cut. Frozen took cut with a mega. Oh, and a mill messes up. That's really bad, actually. He's in a... Oh, this could be really dangerous.
Yeah, Frozen has a mega.
Yeah,
He's
Frozen's
gonna
going into schlag mode
too.
immediately.
Yeah.
And a mill getting hit.
Or forced into star.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. With KT in first, Frozen realizes that if he just like hits 1 or 2 people, the chance that they hold first is so big, right? So he's trying to make Zach's life as easy as possible.
Oh yeah.
Orin here in second has to at least hold it, if not be able to get first.
Oh,
Good
Frozen's
backswim
up
there.
here.
Frozen's losing a lot of time,
Oh,
but he's
losing
still
that.
on.
Wow.
That POW might have killed a lot of IG in the back if they were going for cut. Jake looks like he made it somehow sideways.
Yeah, it looks like 1-3 for KT right now, and not really looking good for IG. Not sure
Yeah.
who has Shaw.
Oh, he didn't make it. He didn't let the box roll. I thought he was gonna make it, but
Yeah, no.
he just forgot. You're supposed to let that one roll.
If IG can get a blue here, that'd be really good for them.
Yeah, Frozen's gonna miss this set too. He's in a really bad spot right now.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna be really close now.
Let's see, no dodge coming in for IG, so they don't have it. Could be shockless. Emil's going for double.
Jake going
He's
for
getting
single.
bumped.
Oh, but he
Oh, but
makes
he
it.
makes it. Wait, Orion's in first.
Oh, Odin's in first.
1-3. I don't know if it's gonna be enough though. They need like fourth too. Jake's
Oh,
there.
Jake.
Mike's there. He's got to hit him.
Oh, he's gonna get past, but Mike.
I think Mike beat him. Oh
Oh,
my
Mike beat him
god.
for sure. Oh my.
Mike might have beat him. I think Frozen got eighth, but I think KT might have won if they got 2-3.
It looks so. Yeah, Mike did beat him.
They might have just hung on. It's gonna be so
Oh,
close.
it's gonna be super
And
close. Yeah.
the bagger point might matter here too. Oh,
Wow.
I don't know how Mike gets past Emil with the reds there. That must have been so scary, but he might have clutched
Yeah.
it
I mean,
because that's a 4-point swing.
he did swerve.
Oh,
in
and
the end.
Emil's stream is offline. I
Oh
think that's a
no! I
sign
think
that
that's a sign. Yeah, Mike did beat him. It looks
2,
like
3,
enough.
7, 8, 9. Do they lose by like 2?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm waiting for the
When
score to update. Frozen sounds excited.
it's probably a win by 2. There's no
I
way.
think they won because Mike beat Emil at the end.
Oh, I think so.
I think it was Emil was scared to back because he didn't want to hit Jake behind him, and Mike just like snuck in there and passed him at the line.
Well,
And
because
KT are
oh,
winning they won by 2.
it's because Emil tried to back him at the line. Like we saw that he was like swerving at the end, and he
Yeah,
thought,
I
like,
wonder.
it wasn't enough. I don't think he realized it was enough. I don't know.
I don't know if he would have stayed ahead. Yeah, if he just went. So hard to
yeah.
know.
It's really tough to tell, regardless.
And as it stands, KT just won by 2 points.
Wow, dude, that was insane. Yeah, KT winning. It was really close at the end from what it looked like. It was so hard to tell, and we were like so confused. Like Orin was just somehow in first, but yeah, it didn't end up mattering because what happened at the end, fortunately. But yeah, KT winning D1.
Yeah, I mean, they did it in the same way that they've been doing it. I mean, clutching out insanely close matches right at the end.
Yeah,
What a
really
ridiculous set between them.
yeah, very entertaining for sure. Like I mean, it was really close, like I said, but still didn't expect it to be like this at all.
That has to sting so badly for IG. They were so close both times.
They were, yeah. They played well though, for sure. I gotta give props to IG, especially throughout the season. I mean, they showed up at towards the end for sure, and like getting into playoffs and beating XI for sure. Like still gotta give them credit for sure.
Yeah, great showing. I mean, we knew what they were capable of, and they put on a good show, but they're gonna have to continue their search for a D1 title. Gonna have to run it back next season, maybe. That's as sad as it is to say that. And KT, though, I mean, I think there was definitely some doubt around this team, and they showed up, right? They kind of
Yeah,
squeaked by to get first seed, and maybe their lineup isn't what we're used to seeing from like a D1 winning squad, but I mean, they showed up. Can't really discredit them.
yeah, no. I mean, if anything, I want to give a shout out to Mike. Like especially towards the end of the like him streaming up at the end, like gave him like extra points. Like I mean, what he was going through was like it looked really hard for him to like squeeze by Emil, but even then, still like I think Mike streaming up was what made KT win.
Yeah, not the first time this season where Mike clutched. I mean, there was a match I think against XI where he made glitch lap 3 on BCWii and like won them the war in another really close one. So I mean, he's just a beast.
Definitely a beast.
He's
One of
got
my
ice in
favorite
his
players,
veins.
too.
Yeah.
I'm so happy, dude. I am so happy.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I mean, as far as 2-0s go, that was like one of the craziest 2-0s I've ever seen. Usually you would expect like a 2-1 set to be a little bit more entertaining, but like you can't ask for two more interesting endings than that.
Yeah, we love to see a finals like this where it's like neck and neck, and especially like how like earlier like match 1 we saw like a comeback happening, but like even in the end KT end up winning. and still
Yeah.
like this match that happened was still like
That was amazing.
really like there was so many plays, especially like Goldmine too. Like we saw like KT getting up into the top spots early and Frozen having that bill in second. Like that's not like
What's
that's not average at all.
yeah. What I'm saying, what I'm noticing now that's really interesting is that Scamp got 12 out of 12 bagger points, and Snoopy got none,
Oh
which is
wow,
insane for a match that was decided by 2 points.
I didn't even realize the bagging points at all.
Yeah, I'm
N-
just looking at that now. He
That
finished in ninth every single time.
that's actually insane to think about because 12-0 bagger points is like not common at all. It's
That
always
almost
like
never happens, right?
yeah, it never happens at all. At least the other bagger gets some points, but
Guys, let me say something.
not no
Like,
points at all. Like
yeah, I mean,
the
was Scamp just not ever like perma 10?
Genuinely,
I don't know.
this is the
I guess because Snoopy just wanted a secure shock without him losing it, so he wanted to stay in the position that he was in, which I do, I think it's good, but obviously, I mean, in the end, it does matter. I mean, all these little stuff matter, but like getting the bagger points, like you need some bagger points, not anything.
Yeah, I mean, points are points, right? But
And no disrespect. I mean, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
that's a
I've
that's a
I've
lot of
never seen
points.
that before.
That,
And on a table like this, that is, I don't know, it just stands out.
yeah, it definitely does. And I'm not gonna say it was a difference because there was plays that happened throughout the match that made it, a difference as well. But stuff like this is like, you gotta take note of it. You gotta like be like, okay, at least we need some bagger points, but
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
still like,
it's one part of many that determines, these
yeah,
close matches like that.
one part of the bigger picture for sure. That's definitely what
Yeah, yeah.
happened.
Man, KT have to be feeling over the moon. Like winning like that twice in a row, that is insane.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, great for KT. I mean, I'm happy that
Dude.
they were able to win again. I think it's nice to see having a team
I'm just
winning
happy because
again
of how
and
well I
again,
played. Like,
but also like having a different team because we saw XI dominate, but KT now
that was
going
that
from
was
JX
the
and KT
best redemption
like still
fucking
it's
ever for my
nice on
last
Frozen's
finals.
end.
My last finals was the worst
leading
I've
a team,
ever played
a different
ever.
team, but like
And I
also
think that was the
similar
best
team.
I've ever played.
Having that
Even
win,
though there was so many
especially
stupid
D1.
things, it was when it
Gotta
mattered.
give
I'm
him
just
props.
so happy.
Yeah, against different competition, new blood getting into the mix is always exciting, but yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Whew. Dude, I don't know what to say, man. That was
And
that was a
Shadow,
journey.
you also
Yeah, it definitely
did
was.
everything you
Definitely
did
was
this season too,
exciting.
even though you only played one
Very
match.
happy. I was
What
able
you
to
did
cast
was
his view
also
towards.
special. Like everything, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm glad that you were here
I'm
with me. I had a great time
Thank you.
side by
Thank
side
you.
in the
Like,
booth,
that
of
was
course.
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
the
I did as
fucking
well.
miracle season. If there
I
was
don't
ever
know
one,
if we're getting an interview lined up or not. I'm
Yeah.
actually not sure.
Can we get an interview?
Maybe. But I know Frozen's probably talking on his channel, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get him in. Ask him some of the hard-hitting questions. I mean, I don't even.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I feel like it was. I mean, they played well. There wasn't like any. The green on Goldmine. That was
Yeah.
the game changer for sure. That was a crazy play. You don't see that type of play very often, especially like big
John,
moments like
thank you
that.
so much for 5
it did
gifted,
matter in the
man.
end.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
John.
You
You've
could
been
tell
here
how
for
much
so
everyone wanted
long.
it.
I really appreciate you,
Yeah,
dude.
Just
every
by
single
like
player.
by the reactions
Thank
and
you.
call, but like just the
Thank you,
plays
man.
and
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that was
everyone
quality.
in this war played really well. You gotta give
I'm
credit
gonna
to every
rewatch
single one of
that
these
5
players for
times,
even
guys.
being
I
here in
like-
general. Playing it in a D1
Yes, I
finals
want
by
an interview.
itself
I
is
want an
like
interview.
insane,
Oh my
but
God.
also like the competition itself, you gotta give them credit for sure.
No, we're not inviting anyone else. We're just gonna do the normal team.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get him in here just so we can talk to him. I can't wait to see what Mike has to say. He always has great words to share with the people.
Oh, he definitely has some words of wisdom for sure. Hopefully we can
Yeah,
get that.
wisdom or I don't know.
Oh my.
Maybe some fighting words too.
Yo, Zeta, thank you so much as well for 10 more gifted. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, it looks like we are gonna get an interview.
Oh my
so
God,
stay
that
tight, guys.
Thank you,
Don't
bro.
move.
And thank
Don't
you,
take out your
Marquise, for the
earbuds.
8 months of Prime. You
Yes,
guys are
sir.
the fucking goats. And Cyanide. Thank you guys, bro.
No, I think what we did, like,
Thank you, Zeta. Thank you, John. Thank you, Marquise. Thank you.
Oh man, 2
Cyanide.
points is nuts. That is that's the difference
Oh.
between walking away a champion and
Yeah, dude,
and just being upset.
We needed that. Like, I needed that reality
Exactly.
check, and I was like, okay, and then we started fucking doing better.
Thank you guys for the subs.
Dude, like, people just,
Oh my god, though, I'm so close.
bro, people just sugarcoat.
I'm happy it turned out this way, like in terms of how close it was, because I definitely didn't want it to be like one-sided the whole time, because that's usually kind of boring. Not gonna lie, it's just one team dominating. But having it be
Thank
like
you guys. That
close
was
in
not.
general
That
was
was
just, like,
not just
very
me. You
entertaining.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. Twists and
You-
turns
that
happening
was-
all the time.
That was truly a. You
That was
can't get
definitely
better
one of
than
the-
that. You can't.
definitely one of,
Nothing-
like, the best
nothing will
series I've ever
ever top
watched.
this win.
And
Oh yeah, me too for sure. I don't think I watched last D1 finals, but still, I mean, the D1 finals that I've watched, I think this one was definitely
Yeah.
entertaining.
Oh, they're in some other hall, I think. How do we get in there? Can we move them in?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there. Yep, there they are.
Yo,
Greetings,
welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, yo.
What's up, goats?
Hello,
What's
guys.
up? What's up?
Hello.
How's it going?
Just want to say congratulations on your D1 win. You guys
Thank
played
you, bro.
well.
Thank you
That
very
was-
much.
Thank you.
How do you guys feel right now?
This is the best I've ever felt in my life. This is the best I've ever felt in anything.
Well, all
Genuinely.
I'm gonna say is they call me the back-to-back champion for a reason.
Yeah. They do call you that. A lot of people have been calling you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
So
man,
how does it feel from like being or like winning last season to playing on KT but also winning? Like, what do you guys feel?
It's I this was never something I ever imagined. Never in a million years. This season was purely to just play for fun. And just somehow with the fucking power of no scrims but insane match play, it's just given us one of the greatest experiences and seasons ever, I think.
How well said. I
Actually,
mean,
Every
yeah,
single
go.
match this season was so close, so it makes it so much more like
Yeah. Other than
entertaining to
the,
play for us as well. Like literally.
Yeah. Other than the SC matches, everything was so close. But for me, last season was kind of easy. Like no flame, but it was kind of easy. And then yeah, majors happened. I wanted to stop playing after that for a bit, but we lost. So I was like, I'll play again. And initially when we signed up, we played a few scrims and we lost every single one of them. Literally every single
Yeah.
one.
We have a
And
20% win rate.
We literally thought we were just going to get dead last or maybe fifth if lucky. And then somehow week one things looked okay, and yeah, I mean, other than the SC matches, every match was within 20 points, and 5 of them were within 1 point going into last race. So
Yeah, it's actually mad, dudes. Like, I think if we had lost, because okay, the first 2 matches of the seasons were big. I don't know if we can like call upsets, but we barely won both IG matches, and I think if we had lost it, like both of them, it would have been a very much different season. Because
Oh, we wouldn't have been here. Every single match, the matches at the beginning of the season, winning against them, the clutch comeback we got against AI where we were down almost 60 with 5 left,
yeah,
and then just translating that into winning almost every single war, and just barely losing out on the last war with XI because they spam shotgun. It was nothing can shape the story of this season again.
yeah, it's
In my
insane.
opinion,
Yeah.
this is unfucking real. What happened? How close playoffs was. The fight for all of it. The fight watching XI lose as well for the first time in semifinals. It was everything about that season just felt like a miracle. It was incredible.
Yeah. You said it. I mean, we were calling you guys the Kansas City Chiefs of GSC. I don't know if any of you watch football, but you guys were barely winning every single time, pulling out these crazy clutches. I know Mike was clutch. He was clutch in that match we saw. And unfortunately, he's not here to tell the tale, but was he going nuts?
Oh, he was wonderful teammate. Mike, I've won every single time except once with Mike. This guy is truly one of the best players in this game. One of the best players this game has ever seen in the competitive side of wars and anything.
My
And
brother Mike.
I am so proud of him. He has been my right-hand man pretty much every single time I've ever played with him, and he's the perfect teammate that I could ever ask for.
Very nice.
Shout
Very
out
nice.
Michael.
I agree too.
Shout out Michael G. Hey, Scamp.
Yo.
You just get 12 bagger points in a
Yes,
+2 war.
I figured, bro. Okay, I mean, you can tell by looking at the tables how close this season was. So I figured, okay, I pull shock, I just go like instantly forward. Like I need that. Like the bagger point is gonna make a difference, and
Yeah.
it made a big difference every match. So I kind of.
I literally
focused on it.
told Scamp every time we get shocked, just go forward, even if they know, because we most likely just need one shocker race. Like we don't need to play two or three
Yeah.
shocks. We just play one. So if you can get one, that's already very big. But both BC3 wars or races, in both wars
Those are
we got 2 shocks, which is very big.
Yes.
We had
Scamp
to
played
play the races
wonderful.
good for once.
Scamp did not troll once this season. That is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's nuts. Not even like a -5.
Not
No.
even nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Wow,
It's incredible.
so
Yeah.
clean.
Our only
I think
penalty is Bob. I hate Bob.
I hate Bob. Hate that guy. No, I think it was massive support gap this season. Our bagger is too good.
Yeah. Scamp played amazing. I just there's nothing you can top that. I'm in disbelief. I'm just repeating myself, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, what's next for you guys after like the adrenaline wears off in like 3 days?
dude, I'm watching this match I'm rewatching this whole season 10x, bro.
You know what's
Wait.
happening? We are going the 32 tracks.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
Good
The
cube.
grind
gotta
never
get back
stops.
on. Road to master, road to champ. Grind never stops.
It never stops. 32 tracks all day again tomorrow. That's all that matters.
And also, I still want to give a shout out to RZ, like Lover's Posture, because I think these guys who were predicted last were big reason why this season was this intense, because they played like really fucking good, and I
Yeah,
think they
it's
deserved the
true.
spot in playoffs, but unfortunately they barely didn't make it.
Yeah, great
And
season,
then they made it
great
rough for
ending.
everyone.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, anything.
I don't think anything will top this season. That like
Yeah,
literally,
Yeah, it was a movie.
if they do like one of those write-up articles next season, this is like the most insane season of all time to write.
Yeah. Dude, that last race of War 1 was still. I don't think
Yeah.
I will never feel the
Um,
emotions I felt during that ever again. I have never
Didn't we
never
play-
yelled
yeah.
and felt my entire body just fucking shake. That. That was. I wanted it so badly.
Didn't we literally play DKS Race 12 twice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
guys
we
did.
won, because Emil hates the sharks, so that's
It
why
was
we won.
DKS for prac, bro.
Yeah, DKS are practice.
prac actually mattered. Wow.
No, definitely very entertaining. It was really close throughout both matches, but you guys had some clutch moments. I know, Frozen, you had that green on one of their players on Goldmine, which gave you guys a big race.
That was crazy. Yeah, Emil lost to all 3 of us after getting hit by that. That was a
It bounced off the wall.
10-point
It literally-
swing.
Yeah, I saw it in front of me because I was like right behind him, and it literally bounced off the wall and hit him. That was like that green was like insanely crazy to hit.
I'm skimming back. I had so many crazy moments. It's just such a fun war to play, man.
What felt great about them was I didn't feel like I gotta give IG props. I genuinely have to. It did not feel like one race was because they like luck capped us. They played it fucking insane too. They could have
Yeah,
very well
definitely.
be the ones talking right here. They played so well. I wish they would continue playing. Obviously, they've already said they're not, but they are an incredible team as well.
Yeah, it's really fun playing against them, I think. I would
Like-
have loved playing against XI as well in playoffs, regardless of semis or finals. But
Yeah, I would have wanted to play XI
It
at some
was
point, but I'm not gonna complain
a
because that
very
was
fun season.
that was
Yeah.
a finals. That was a season, and that was a finals of all time.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Anything else that needs to be said? You guys think? Any shout outs or? I don't know. close the-
Shadow.
Shadow as
yeah,
well.
Shadow.
Even though he
And,
only played one
Bob
match.
UK.
And obviously
Bob
Bob, even though it's fucking Bob, Bob has always been
He's
confident.
our
with
coach,
us,
bro.
yeah.
He's our coach,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I'm just every layer of it, and obviously just thanks to my team. That was amazing.
All right, I think that's pretty much it. You guys go have fun on your own. Do whatever it is that you do to celebrate a win. Nowadays, go
Yes.
get some sleep. If what time is it? Like 5 a.m.
Very much so.
Yeah, don't worry. I've been up for 21 hours now, I think. But it's okay.
Ooh, shout out to
Caffeine.
Juno, give him blood.
Yeah,
That's
shout
what
out
it
to
takes.
Juno.
Juno
Give him
needs
board.
blood. He's
Yeah,
from
give
Korea and he
Juno
wants to help with the war scene.
Help Juno.
All right, I think we're gonna be wrapping up then.
Thank you guys for
Um,
casting.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the effort. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a great
Alright.
day.
Yes,
Yeah,
have a great
Alright.
day, guys.
You too.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Shout
Yeah.
out Astro for all the
Yeah.
Yes,
tech
shout out
behind the
Yeah,
Astro.
scenes
shout
and
out,
whatever.
shout out.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Thanks
All
for
the
all
stuff
the
in our
support,
comedies
Astro.
as well and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, no. That's the last comment. Shout out to whoever did condies for us because we did.
Oh
condies
yeah,
every
this as
Saturday.
well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate that stuff too.
The mental
course.
gap condies.
Okay, I will let you guys finish it. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Again.
Guys.
Thank
And
you,
all.
guys.
Have a good night,
Take
guys.
care, you guys.
Have a
Take
great
care.
night.
Bye, guys.
Yep. Thanks.
All right, there they go. Man, that was nuts. I guess we gotta wrap it up. It's time to go.
It's time to go. I'm gonna eat.
It's
I
time
want
to-
to eat now.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Happy, it was it turned out. I mean, unfortunate for IG. I love IG, of course, but also, it was really fun to watch. I'm happy I was able to cast it with one of my best friends, and
Oh,
definitely a match like this, means a lot to me as well.
yeah. I'm happy to be here. I love being a part of it. Really happy that people continue to tune in and watch Mario Kart. I didn't check the viewer count, but it seemed like there was a lot of hype around this match, which is really cool to see. So, thank you for watching. hmm And that's
Wow,
split
yeah.
between the Frozen POV and us and whoever else was streaming, whatever. So,
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening to us and watching us Mario Kart Central. Appreciate you guys.
yeah, GSC will be back with a tournament coming up in February. I think it's going to be like end of February, going through the beginning of March, with a lot of the same teams, a lot of different teams. So if you like Mario Kart, that's the next big event that's going to be happening. But I think it's time for us to dip out of here. So once again, this was Torp, Casper, Astro, working behind the scenes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys another time.
Yes, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Take care, everyone.